As we had last left it off, the party had journeyed to the August Temple. From there, they quickly became introduced to the individual known as River on Mountain, who was a friend of Wicca's, and whom you delivered the news of Wicca's fate. She took it relatively okay, and she offered you all some tea. You expressed an interest in meeting Suwan Pati, to which she agreed to send a message, and then after a little while, she came back to you and said that Suwan Pati was in fact interested in meeting you for an unknown reason, and that he wanted you to go there, but he did not want you to know where he was. So at that point, she activated her key within the tea that you had all been drinking, and you all fell asleep. When you awoke, you were outside the chambers of the August Soul, and when moving in, you met 3 individuals. You met River on Mountain again, who was in fact Swampati's second master. You met his first master, Vihan Adira, somebody who looked quite short-tempered and argumentative with Swampati, whom you surprised everybody, as you were expecting an 85-year-old man, but in fact revealed a man who looked no older than his late 30s, maybe early 40s. He revealed that when one had mastered their key, age was no longer an issue for a master of the martial arts. He then revealed to you that he had been commanded by the capital to take you into custody and hand you over to them due to some wanted posters that he'd received. However, he wanted to hear your side from it, and he listened true and he listened intently, and he decided that he was not going to hand you over, but your existence itself risked a threat to Mel Tokyo. So he gave you 2 options. 1, you could leave and never return, or 2, you could undergo a trial to prove your worth and allow him to basically extend sanctuary to you all, as well as reveal some of the secrets. As you get the feeling that he'd been a little bit on guard with what he was saying throughout the entire conversation. You decided to take the arena, and you have just passed the first trial by overcoming the test of wills against various undead spirits that were attempting to contort you and cajole you into things you didn't want to do. And now the second task has come along. A pit has opened up inside the middle of this particular arena, with 2 August monks standing on these large wooden poles, effectively crane style. It's extremely wobbly, and below them is a pit full of very large snakes. There are 2 August monks behind them that have used darts with straps in an attempt to steady the poles for them. And you get the feeling that's what they're going to be doing to try and help their compatriots stay atop. I believe it was Rennas and Arrabella who elected to participate in this next challenge, with the rest of you helping to stabilize them on these poles. The nature of this particular trial is that the effectively the first team to fall off is the loser. And that was where we had last left it off. So, is there any prep you guys want to do before getting onto these poles?
We have our weapons with us, and I'm not planning on attacking
Yes.
them up there, but yes, okay.
Yeah, you have your weapons, yeah. Yeah, you have all your items.
I had Toby on Arabella's shoulder so I could give her guidance through him with every check.
Yep, that's good to know, so I'll keep that in mind. So, Arrabella, basically every check you do, you have a D4.
Cool, I think Korgrin was going to give me a cat thing as well, possibly.
Yes, it was Cat's Grace. Enhanceability.
Yeah. Enhanceability, yeah. So that gives you advantage in all dexterity-based checks, is that correct?
Correct. It's a very strong skill, though, when you think about it.
Yeah, very.
But yes, it was Cat's Grace. The target has advantage on dex checks. It also doesn't take damage from falling 20 feet or less if it isn't capacitated.
Very good. Okay. Now, what Bellatrix is going to help you, Rennas, by using her glaive to basically stick it into the actual poles themselves and just act as an additional stabilizer for you, effectively. So that's going to lower the DC for you to stay on these poles. Otti, what would you like to do?
I'm going to give how many are there? 3, 5. I'm going to give Arrabella 20 of the pitons that I've got. I only have 10. I'm going to give her 10 of the pitons I've got. And I'm going to say, if you need help, stick it in, tie the end of this rope, give her the end of the rope, into there, and I can hold on to, I'm guessing, the first 3?
Yes.
Okay. I can hold on to a post.
That sounds good.
All right.
So get on the post, put the piton on rope, sort of thing.
Yeah. So in a sense, it's quite similar to what the monks are doing at the moment. So Swarm calls out to you all. Says, and now we begin the test of skills. Only those who have sense of balance, both within and outside, can hope to pass this trial. This is not a test of opposition, but a test of how one can overcome their own self. Let the second round begin. So, Rennas, Arrabella, you jump out onto the poles. Can I get acrobatics checks from the both of you, please?
Starting off strong.
You can add a d4 to that as well. Lovely. All right, so you jump onto there. For Arri, the pole lifts a little, and you sort of like, whoa, but you got it for a moment. Rennas, you jump onto it and kind of like spin on your toe on the spot, and basically stand there, and the pole doesn't even wobble a little. And even Vahan raises an eyebrow and kind of, that's impressive.
Making waves. So we literally just have to stay up here until they fall in.
Right. So what I'm going to do is, this isn't going to be a standard combat. This is going to be a test, an opposition of skill checks, effectively. So what we will do is to determine the turn order is just each of us roll a d20. Alright, so Arri will be going first, followed then the monks, then Rennas. So, the monks are positioning themselves and they're prepared to jump across. Arrabella, how would you like to approach this situation first?
So the goal is to just stay up. We don't have to get across the other side, do we?
No. Like the goal is to, effectively knock the other team off or just stay upright.
And going on the ground, so there or there
Yeah.
or there.
Yeah, like
coming off the poles
out of bounds, basically. So
yeah.
What we could potentially do is chuck a rope to each other, and we'll just go around each side and try and get around each side of them with a rope. That's got to help us if we can wrap a rope around them.
Or if one of you goes down, the other one you also goes down.
Or alternatively, the other person could roll high enough to be able to lift that person back up onto the poles. Like, you guys are fucking powerful now.
However...
Anyway, Arrabella, what are you going to do?
Do you have a deck of cards?
I don't know. Did you get a deck of cards?
I did, and I separated them, and I did all that crap, and then I moved into a hotel.
Ah.
Yeah. Don't worry then, I won't use that. I will
What do you get? Was it the deck of something?
Illusions, I think.
Yeah. I was going to draw a card and throw it onto a pole and hope that something.
How many cards are in the deck of illusions?
There's 32. Let me check. I've got them here. So no, a full deck has 34 cards, but you made me remove 10. I say you made me remove 10. You rolled a d10.
Yeah.
The 11, and you have got to remove 11 minus 1.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Well. Yeah. I think I said we were going to work on that in our out session to determine
We'll
what was
do
in the
that
deck
another
anyway.
time.
So yeah, we'll do that another time.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I don't know. I'll jump to this pole and lob a piton at just the top of that pole under his feet. So I don't want to hit his feet, but.
Okay. Go ahead and make another acrobatics check, followed by just a general attack roll, please. You would be considered proficient in this.
Yes, because he's fighter.
And that pole doesn't even wobble at all. Like following Rennas' example, like you just put toe first and just sort of like hold there on one leg, kind of the other foot kind of resting on your knee a little. You just pick out a baton and you chuck it. Go ahead and make an attack roll.
Should I just roll the quarter staff?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not meant to be
Alright.
advantage, but a 17 anyway.
Yes, so that does hit him on the foot. I'm just going to do a quick dexterity saving throw. Yep, so he wobbles a little bit, but he maintains his position. So you have moved, haven't you? Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, so they'll be next. So they are going to jump across. They'll be making their acrobatics checks. Alrighty then. So this guy is like, ooh, and he is wobbling big time, and he's stuck on that pole for now. This guy, he's only able to get to that position when he's like, he kind of stops himself on his balance. Like even for them, this is quite tough. And you can tell that there's some grace and some skill, and even a lot of training in how they're moving. But to you guys, from the get-go, you can tell there's a massive gap of skill between you guys. Like, you're not struggling with this, and they are trained. What's going on? Anyway, that's really all they can do, so Rennas, you're up next.
Okie doke. I'm just going to bounce straight along these bottom poles and try and
Go
get
make an
to this
acrobatics check for me.
back corner where he is.
Wait, who is?
Sorry, not where he is, but so me and Arri are opposite sides of him, which is going to make it very hard for him to keep his eyes on us.
Indeed.
Turning around on a little
So,
pole.
yeah. So with that, you're able to get across there, but I'd say that would be your whole thing, just hopping across the poles to get to that position there. As the last one you jump on just kind of lifts forwards a little bit, you're like, and you sort of bounce your way backwards a little bit.
Okie doke.
All right, so Arrabella, Rennas has jumped onto the other side of the pole behind you. The guy in between you has basically just stopped on that pole as it's sort of lifting back and forth, just trying to maintain his balance. What do you want to do?
Throw it at him again. I don't
Okay,
know.
and
I
make
got
another
10
attack
pitons of my own.
Alrighty then, I have to do another dexterity saving throw. No, I'm not against that natural 20. This guy, the pole lifts underneath his feet and he falls down. He just grabs onto the top of the pole. So he's off the pole, but he's not fallen down as of yet. He is going to spend his entire action getting back on top of the pole, so he cannot do anything else. This guy is going to make another acrobatics check to try and get to you, Arrabella. Yeah, with that, he's not going to be able to have much issue. Doing, doing. And with that, he is attempting to go and make an unarmed strike against you. No, he's lifting far too much that his unarmed strike just has absolutely no reach, and you're able to just sort of easily dodge out of the way. Rennas, you're up. So the guy in between you and Arrabella is basically just sort of holding on top of the pole. He's pulled himself upwards, but his balance is proper fucked at the moment.
I'll jump back over to that one. Fucking hell, how many athletics do we want?
God. Oh yeah, and literally just sort of backtracking by doing a double backflip and landing on that pole without even wobbling. The guy just kind of like looks at you and like, what the? What do you want to do?
So my plan is as he's like climbing back onto the pillar, I basically want to jump 2-footed, drop kick him, but then pivot off him to land back on that post over there. Is how cool it's going to look in my head.
Go ahead and make an unarmed attack roll, please, utilizing your dexterity modifier.
Which you are. Who was blessed? Was it Arri?
Yeah.
Sorry, not blessed. Guidance. How was it?
Sorry, that's wrong anyway, and it should be another 4 on that, so that would be 14, which is not great.
14 is just his AC because he's not wearing any armor. He's just very dexterous.
Yay!
All right. So with that, you do that drop kick. Make a dexterity saving throw as you bounce backwards, using that momentum to get onto another pole. And with that, kind of Matrix style, over the air onto the other pole. It wobbles a little, but you're basically on there, and the guy is knocked off completely. Wow! He sort of pulls out 2 darts, and just smacks them into the 2 poles, sort of skidding to a halt halfway down as one of the snakes sort of reaches up to try and bite him in the ankle. But that guy basically just kind of signifies that he has been eliminated. All right, so
surprised I could do it.
So Arrabella, this guy's attempted to sort of strike you across the face, like try to knock you off, but you've been able to dodge back. The poles are coming back towards each other again. And what do you want to do?
How far away is he?
Like, so as of right now, he's within striking range. It's like the poles are moving apart and now moving back together again. So you're about to meet in the middle.
It's more that I want to sweep his feet, but I'm also aware I'm only 3'9".
Yeah, you can go ahead and make an unarmed strike attack.
And then +4.
Oh yeah, that'll certainly hit him. So, what I'm going to do is, because you've hit his AC, I'll add, the DC would be 10, and I'll add that 3 for the additional attack you hit over the AC. So the DC for him to stay upright is 13. No, he is knocked off of the pole. And he grabs onto the top of the pole as it's sort of swinging back and forth. Okay. He is going to attempt to basically, still hanging onto the edge of the pole, just bounce off one of the other poles and just come in to try and tackle you off of yours. Basically, he's going to try and make an attempt to make a shove attack against you to take your pole and knock you off. So, can I get an opposed athletics check from you, please?
Oh, bugger, that's... ignore that, it'd be a 13 because it's a strength check.
Alright, so he's able to knock you off, and he's able to take that pole. I want you to make a dexterity saving throw as you start falling.
Okay, I assume that's still normal.
Yes. Using the momentum of him pushing you off, you're able to bounce back onto the pole behind you. It wobbles quite a lot, but you're able to maintain your position on there at the moment.
I did forget to do my guidance for the athletics check. I'll do it just in case it matches, and it doesn't, so it's fine.
No worries. Okay, so that's what he's done. The other two monks at the moment, they have thrown more darts to get into the poles generally around him to try and steady his pace at the moment. As well as the guy who's been eliminated is utilising one of the ropes to basically climb himself out of the pit, as the snakes are trying to eat him at the moment. So, Rennas, what do you want to do?
So, if only one of us is still on the pole, our team still wins, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I try and bound pole to pole to pole, and as I get to the pole that he's on, I basically just want to jump up, grab my arms around his neck, and throw us both straight into the pit.
Go ahead and make a grapple check. So this will be an athletics check. Because he's proficient in this, he's going to try and make an acrobatics check to not let that happen. Yeah, so you grab it. You go to grab him. However, he dodges out of the way. I want you to make another acrobatics check, just to make sure you can get the landing. Oh yeah, and you're able to jump onto the other side there. Like this time, you sort of fumble a little bit, but you're able to pull yourself back up. As all the poles are like really wobbly at the moment. Arrabella, what do you want to do?
To give me a rope, as well as the pittons.
I don't know.
The end of a rope. Yeah, I gave you a rope.
Okay. I am going to tie the end of the rope to a pitton, and as I'm keeping hold of a length of it, I'm going to throw it to Rennas.
Alright, so Rennas will be an easy enough thing for you to catch.
And basically, when he's ready, I am ready to jump and knock that fucker off.
Okay. So if that's the case, what this monk's going to do, seeing this coming, he's going to lean back on the pole and then kick off of the other one. He's going to come in with a flying kick against you, Arrabella. He's going to try and get you off. 23.
A 23 hits.
Alright, so I want you to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
As we're both holding on to the rope, I'm assuming I would be able to catch her if she was to fall off anyway.
That's right. Well, you made the save anyway. So whilst he does strike you, he's not able to knock you off of the pole. And just from that particular thing, he would have moved down onto that pole there. Rennas, what do you want to do?
So, taking the rope, I will bound yet again, back all the way back across all these bloody things that he keeps running away from.
Make another acrobatics check, please. Yeah, no problem. Whoa, it's wobbly, but you're able to maintain your balance.
So, he's on that pole there, I'm guessing. Right. So I want to get down to this pole, to that pole there. Yeah. And so basically he's now trapped into the corner with a rope kind of around the back of him.
That's right, yeah.
And yeah, I'd say if Arri jumps to that pole now, we just both pull. So I hold my action to pull the rope.
Okay. So is that what you're going to do, Arrabella?
I'm going to jump to this pole and pull the rope.
Make a quick acrobatics check, Arrabella. Yep, no problem. So he is going to make a dexterity saving throw to try and avoid that rope. It's basically what he's going to do is he's going to try and jump up and over it, basically for like do a side flip over it. And no, he is caught in the neck. And you are able to drag him off, and he falls down. He gets out 2 darts and smacks them into the sides of the stone walls, just as another snake tries to reach out and snap him. And pulls himself outwards by utilising that. And with that, the second trial has come to an end.
If that's then victory, as he's climbing out, I'd then let down the rope that we've just used to knock him off to help him out.
And he takes your hand and he goes, he looks at you and he goes, "Clever tactics, brother. Well done."
We have been fighting alongside for a long time now.
Mm-hmm.
It shows your level of trust and unity. Astounding. So, with that, Swarm raises his hands and says, "The second trial has come to an end. Well done to the strangers. Monks, you may retake your seats. that the monks, they don't climb up the thing. They all leave through one of the entrances at the very side to effectively go back to their seats. River goes to the lever that is just beside them, and she pulls on it, and the pit then disappears.
Magic.
As the slabs and slides go back over the ground to cover it back up again. A surprising display of skill and unity amongst you. Clearly you are more experienced than we assumed you were. However, the final test is at hand. The test of balance. The elements make up much of this world. They make up everything within us. In order to overcome the final test, one must overcome the elements themselves. Are you ready?
Born ready.
Very good. Vihan. Vihan nods, steps forward, puts his hands together, and you can see an energy sort of forming in them, and it doesn't appear to be magical in nature, but it's kind of like a bluish, whitish energy. Sort of sifts around. You can see his hair sort of blow a little bit, even though it's in a kind of a tight bun. But you can see the ribbons in his pin sort of flap. His ropes sort of bobble back and forth. He slaps the ground, and the pit or the arena before you begins to shake. You can see part of the arena ahead of you rise up, almost as if the stone comes to life. It rises up into a large-like creature, spiked in nature, but with entirely made of earth and rock. Beside him, cracks through the floor, comes up, and you can see water pouring inwards. It starts forming and coalescing to this constant vortex of water-like power. On the other side of this earth-like creature, a spark erupts, and the flames on the side of the arena reach forward and start coalescing around this particular spark until eventually it becomes a much larger creature, a humanoid flying form of pure fire. And then beside the fire creature, you can see a whirlwind vortex of wind sweep forth as it takes shape into this wind-like creature. Overcome the elements, and the test will be complete. Begin. Can I get initiative from everybody, please?
I was thinking the Titans, to be honest, more than Avatar.
I mean, yeah.
I was thinking Captain Planet. Only because Rick and Morty did a piss take of Captain Planet in their last episode. So therefore, I just see earth, wind, fire, water, hearts, which was always the gayest one. It was just so weak compared to everything else. I can make a massive tornado.
No heart. You sound like you need the power of heart, mate.
I probably do. But maybe that's what we need, because that's the element that's missing. So with the power of heart, we can beat them. Or summon Captain Planet.
The power of love will not win this campaign, I assure you that.
It's a concentration, so as soon as I put up another concentration, alternatively it lasts 1 hour.
Characters, Bellatrix.
Just in case something comes up. Thank you.
So
First round of combat, Spirit Guardians. Goodbye.
Also, we have telepathic bond up at the moment, just so everyone knows.
Right, yeah. Yeah, I remember that. So as all of these creatures are coming into existence, Bellatrix sort of grips her glaive and is like sort of preparing like mentally for all of these things, and she just goes and she coughs up a bit of phlegm. Doesn't think anything of it, and gets ready to attack.
I'll just assume it's from the accidental wild magic earlier.
Everything else is.
Yeah.
Well, she was vomiting, so...
Don't make Verity kill Bella, I swear to God!
Don't you put that evil on me!
Don't! I
it's
will
not my
try so
fault.
hard!
Like, now you know he's gonna do it.
Why
He
would you
loves-
do that? Why would you say that to me? Now I have to do it.
It's his favourite thing,
Say
making us
this!
cry.
Alright. Fire elemental. Why is the fire elemental sheet refusing to load? What's wrong with you? Why don't you like me?
I guess you could say he's not feeling too hot.
Oh no, well I'll just X him out and try loading him again. That might help.
Sorry, that was a bit of a lukewarm delivery.
Oh, not one of your hottest ones.
Please stop. Please. Everything. We stand by. Stop!
I have to bring in an entirely new sheet. No, apparently that's not going to work.
There's 2 fire elementals.
Well, hold on.
Ah!
If I delete it, if I delete the sheet and then bring in a new sheet from the thing, that should work, theoretically.
You would hope.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, why are you...
Who is that blue man?
Generic
That is the-
NPC number 72. What are you doing here?
That is... I escaped the jail because I bring tidings of warning!
There's some elements over there that are gonna fight you. Yeah. Thanks.
Thanks for the hot off the press news.
Captain Obvious, away! Alright, now I can... Did I actually... Yeah, there we go. Okay, So, unsurprisingly, top of the round is going to be the air elemental. So, yeah, elemental. The first thing it's going to do, it is going to... It has 90 feet of flight, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75. So it's flying straight over towards you, Rennas. And I want you to make a strength saving throw, please, as the wind is inescapably powerful and almost damaging.
Yeah, strength is not my strong suit.
That's a fail. So you will be taking 15 points of bludgeoning damage, and you will be knocked 20 feet down there into the fire. Can you make a dexterity saving throw, please?
I would like to half the bludgeoning damage with my uncanny dodge, but I will
Righto.
make a dexterity save. 23.
Alright, so you're able just to sort of grab down onto the ground and with your knife and skid along the floor just before the flames burn you on the backside. Utilizing your evasion, you're able to avoid any fire damage for now. But you are knocked prone.
Ow! Okie doke.
Okay, so Rennas, it's your turn.
Right. So I would like to leap to my feet with the skill and grace of a dexterous person. And then I would like to take the bow off my back and utter a few words of primal fury to it and unleash it to make it a magic bow. And I guess I'll shoot at the earth elemental. I don't know how much good this is going to do, but I'm hoping
Right,
slightly
that's
more as a magic bow than a non-magic bow.
Right ahead.
31 to hit.
That will certainly hit it. So,
11 points of damage.
as you fire across it, when you unleash the arrow, it creates, almost breaks the sound barrier a little. Like when did you get so good at, when did you get so powerful with your bow? As it hits the earth elemental, you can see part of it is chipped off by the attack. Almost kind of like an impact crater on the actual chest itself.
Ooh, I was not expecting that. And then I would just like to take a couple of steps forward out of the fire.
Yep, no problem.
And that's me.
Alright, it's the water elemental's turn. So it's got 30 feet of movement. So it's going to dash 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, and that's where it's going to get to. Right, Verity, you're up. Verity?
Am I in combat with the air?
Yes, you are within melee combat of it.
Sorry, just double checking a couple spells. Okay, so I'm gonna look at the wind bag.
Yep.
I'm gonna be like, look this shit, and cast Blight.
Ooh, okay. Go right and make a...
I don't know what would be good against it, so I'm going with Blight.
I think it's a saving throw for Blight. I think it's saving
Constitution saving.
Oh, 7. That's a fail.
Fail. So that is 8d8 necrotic damage.
Oh yeah.
And I might want to re-roll some, so before you call it, let me just check what I roll. That's fine.
Okay, so that's 34 points of necrotic damage. So, as the crackling energy reaches out from your fingers, you're able to basically just reach into one of its offsprings and slap it, and the energy streaks into this vortex of wind and power, and you can just see it sort of just crackle, almost like a thunderstorm happens within it, and the creature kind of explodes on the spot and then reforms itself. But it's certainly the wind is now a lot more sluggish. You certainly seem to have done some form of damage to this wind elemental.
Okay, then bonus action, Dimension Door. Far away.
Dimension Door is a action.
Is it an action?
Yeah.
Which
You're
is...
thinking Misty Step.
Oh, and I think I got rid of that. Oh, yeah, I got rid of that.
Isn't your fast step one? Yeah.
I have fast step, but it's a higher level than the other spell.
Yeah, you can't outcast, unfortunately.
I'll just get ready on my broom to fuck off when hopefully the thing leaves me alone.
Okie dokie. Alright, Otti, you're up.
So I'm going to take a step back over here.
Yep.
I'm going to point over at this one, and I'm going to do Chilling Touch at it.
Alright, I believe you just need to make a ranged attack on that one, don't you?
It's a ranged attack.
Natural 20, alright. So, go ahead and roll the damage and double it. So, 14 doubled is 28 points of necrotic damage against it. So, the spectral hand reaches across the battlefield and reaches up and just kind of scratches it across its face with its one eye. Its eye itself is like rocky and almost brass-like in nature, and it just sort of winces away from it. You certainly hurt it.
Cool. As a bonus action, I'm now going to rage, which will bring up my ancestral protectors.
First creature here. Nice.
Which one of them will
So-
be Eleanor, by the way?
Righto. So. Ooh. So just my eyes are. So as these ancestral spirits come out, one of them looks very much like the beautiful brown-haired, light grey-skinned orc that is Eleanor. I want you to make a perception check, please, Oti.
Yep, I've got my shield, so that'll be an advantage. 22.
As you're sort of glancing around the battlefield, you do notice in your peripheral vision that the normally stoic and hard expression of Suwan Pati has momentarily lapsed off, and then immediately goes back to normal.
Okay. And I'm just going to stand here and stare down this icy bastard.
Alright. Alright, Korgrin, you're up.
So I would like to move to. I think it was there. Let me just check with the ruler. 15. Oh, this is lovely. This is. And I'd like to cast. Just turn to Arri. Sorry. Spirit Guardians. Fourth level. Which
I trust
is...
you. Hope that I hope nobody's immune. I hope you're targeting everybody.
Oh, absolutely. Truly, this is Korgrin's, villain arc. No, obviously excluding allies.
Because I'm so good at wisdom saves, I'm sure it wouldn't hurt me at all.
Yeah, exactly. Especially without my Beacon of Hope.
Alright.
So that
Alright,
is
so they'll be taking
action.
they'll be taking damage at the top of their turn. So that is your action.
And
what
then
level are you
bonus,
casting at?
fourth level.
Fourth level, righto.
And then bonus action, I would like to Shield of Faith. So +2 to my own AC. So I've marked those spells. And just the usual kind of clanging on the shield.
Is Shield of Faith not also a concentration spell?
Yeah, that's a concentration.
Ah, yes, you might be right.
Sorry.
Yes, it is. No, it isn't. No, that's fair. That's fair. I will redact.
I'll let
Paladin
you
uses
I'll let
that,
you
so-
redact that.
Yeah, that's such a good combo, though. Then what can I do as a bonus action? Don't think anything other than Spiritual Weapon, which not really thinking of doing.
Okay, no problem. So,
Yeah, that's me. I'll do.
alongside OT, spirits of former dwarven ancestors reach out and they take form, and one of them very much takes the form of your grandfather Cain, spinning his infinity staff overhead as he spins back and forth towards the creatures. Okay. It's the fire elemental's turn. Alrighty then, so he's got 50 feet of movement, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50.
Oh Lord, he coming for you, Rich.
Yeah, they don't seem to like me very much.
He's gonna dash and get himself right up towards you, Rennas.
Ow.
It is the Earth Elemental's turn. So the Earth Elemental, taking these chips-like damage, sinks into the stone, and you basically lose sight on him, but you do see that's it. He seems to meld into the stone itself. You hear some rumbling, but you do not know where it has gone. So,
Oh no.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
I'm wondering if Spirit Guardians also goes 15 down and bubble. That'd be nice.
15. It's a 15-foot radius, isn't it?
Yeah. So I imagine it would apply to above, like flying creatures, but below?
Yeah, it would. Yeah, it would. I'll say it will, but I'll double look
Okay.
into it later on.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
So-
yeah, that's the action done. Okay, so Arrabella, you're up.
Okay, I am going to move away. Go there.
All right, so he's going to make a reactionary attack against you.
Disadvantage.
Why is it
'Cause-
advantage?
Disadvantage because
Um,
I have escape thought.
That's right, yeah. 17.
17 is my AC.
All right, so that's a hit. As the vortex reaches out, as you're reaching away, it strikes you across the back, and you've never felt wind pressure this hard before. It blows you, almost kind of like giving you an extra few feet of skipping steps, but it does hit you very hard, doing 15 points of bludgeoning damage against you.
Okay, I will take that off. I will turn around, say bastard, and hit it with my squib. Hopefully.
That is going to be a hit against it. Go ahead and roll damage. The arrow sinks into the creature's form and gets lost in the vortex. You don't know if you've done damage or not.
Okay. Well, they are magical hits, so.
Yeah, I know. It's just that
Yeah.
the nature of its form is it's hard to tell if it's taken damage or not. So
Okay. I'll guess I probably haven't because it's a wind creature, and wind arrows don't tend to get along. And I will go for the water elemental next.
the water elemental, that will certainly hit it. Go ahead and roll damage. Alright, and this arrow flies across, splashes into the water. You see part of it blow up. It just reforms where it was struck. You don't know if it's done damage. I mean, it looked like it did, but it doesn't seem to be showing it.
And then I'll just curse fucking magical creatures. And yeah,
Don't
stand
they
my ground.
suck?
Alright. So it's Bellatrix's turn. So Bellatrix is with her alive. She is going to attack the wind elemental.
Would she rage first?
Yes, she would. Yeah. So. Right, where is the thing? White glove. There we go. That will hit the creature. 17 damage. That's going to be reduced to 8, 9. And then her second attack. 2 hits. Alright, so she swings twice, cutting through the air with such intense and pressure that the creature does recoil backwards a little bit, but then just reforms on itself. She doesn't know. She can't tell. None of you can tell if it's like taken damage at all. Alright, so top of the round is going to be this creature's turn. So it is going to...
Make a wisdom saving throw.
That's right. Not particularly wise. 7.
No, it ain't.
So it takes 19 points of radiant damage as the spirits fly forth and start striking into it. And now you can see the form itself is starting to fluctuate in on itself. It is going to roll a d6. Does not get its thing back, so it is going to move there. And it's going to make 2 slam attacks against Verity. (19 and 15).
I think that's probably a yes.
Alright, so you'll be taking 27 points of bludgeoning damage as this creature just wails into you with its wind. Your hair's being blown everywhere. Any loose bits of marbles or bits and pieces that you would usually use for catapult gets blown everywhere, Verity. It's, 27. Alright, Rennas, you're up.
I would like to bonus action disengage, which is going to take the form of me doing like a combat roll straight up. And as I emerge from that combat roll, I will shoot an arrow straight at the air elemental.
Okie dokie.
18 to hit.
That is going to be a hit. Alright, so
Look at all them sixes. It's beautiful.
The arrow sinks forwards into the creature, and it meets up with the arrow that Arrabella fired inside of it. And that just seems to be the last push it needed, and the form itself fails, and the wind just bursts into seemingly harmless air.
And I will get up next to Korgrin, seeing all his little floating spirity things that'll help us out, and I will then end my turn right here.
Alright, so the water elemental will now make a wisdom saving throw. 10, fail. So it will take the same amount of damage that it did previously, which was 19.
Oh, you're
Well, that's even
going to
better.
stick with the 19, fair enough.
Yeah, well, basically it's one damage roll that applies to all the creatures. I'd always use said. So
Fair.
So the spirits sink into the water, and you see parts of it splashing over. It pays no attention to this, seemingly, and charges forward.
Movement speed is halved, but it was pretty close anyway.
Yeah.
Please don't occupy the same space as me.
Yeah, it will.
Fucker.
Nom, 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 Korgrin. And me.
So
And
I need
Rennas.
both Korgrin and Rennas to make strength saving throws, please. As it will
Oh,
use
good.
well
More
against-
strength saves, because I'm good at them.
Ha!
Ooh.
Oh.
Alright, so you both succeed. So you are not grappled and restrained. Creature. Alright, so it doesn't look like you take any damage, you're just pushed out of the creature's space. Alright, however, that's all it can do. So, Verity, you're up.
Well, so first off, can I have Toby on the ground using his blind sense to see if the earth elemental is like within 30 feet of me?
Blind sense is not tremor sense.
Ah, fuck that. Then I guess I'll do another blight. I'll do it at level 5 this time.
Okay, against who?
Who's looking the healthier out of the two?
Fire.
Probably the fire elemental. If you
But
could
then the water
determine
one's...
that.
Yeah, I'll do the fire elemental.
Okay, so it needs
The
to
Constitution
make a
save.
Constitution saving throw. 7. I'm rolling shit.
9 D8. Roll. Ooh.
Alright. So the energy crackles within the creature, and it actually has a minor nuclear explosion. Tiny dances of light scatter in every direction, and then form up once again within a few seconds. It has reformed this creature, but the flame is significantly less than what it was.
Looks like someone's going to be burning out. And
As she flies off
I
into the
regret my
distance.
decision, and I fly however fast my broom can go, I fly upwards.
That's
Try and get
50.
out of it.
Room of flying. Yeah, it has
Is it like 50 feet?
50 feet, unless you weigh a lot, which you don't.
Not today.
Okay.
So yeah, 50 feet up.
So you fly 50 feet up. All right, Otti, you're up.
I take a step forwards, and I've got HUD and my shield, and I'm going to start attacking with HUD.
Okay.
21.
That is a hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
That is good damage.
So you swing, cutting part of the water off. Like one of its arms is actually cut off, and the water splashes down to the ground. But you just see it reform another arm.
I forgot there's +2 on that for rage. I just forgot
Lovely.
to take the box, so I'll put that on now. Hit it again. Come on.
Jesus
Natural
Christ.
20, lovely.
It's also got an
guys are just-
additional. Yeah. Savage attack gives me
You got-
additional D8.
That's right, yeah. That D8 won't be double, just so you know.
No, that's fine. It's still more damage though.
Right, so that's 2, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. So that's going to be 17 points of damage against it. So once again, you cut into it again, causing a massive splash. Part of the water goes in Rennas' face, but it reforms itself again.
I laugh.
I do not laugh.
And my ancestral protectors are now around the elemental.
That's right, yeah. So what does your ancestors do again?
The first creature you hit on attack on your turn becomes a target of the warriors. Until
the
your
start of the
next-
next turn, your target has
Yeah.
disadvantage on any attack roll that isn't against you. Okay, yeah, good to know. So, basically, these spirits basically direct the water elemental's attention towards you, Otti. All right, Korgrin, you're up.
So moving 5, 10, 15, 20. Just to get the fire elemental in the bubble, but also attention still on the water. I will just take 2 swings at the water elemental. 16's kind of low, but I feel like it probably hits.
That will hit, yes.
Jolly good. This will be my divine strike. Kind of low, but okay. I know it averages out. And then second attack with War Priest feature. So let me just mark that one down. And I slappeth.
That's another hit.
Plus 5. There we go. And that's me.
Your Warhammer is not magical, is it?
Yeah, it is. +1 Warhammer.
Oh, yes, you're right, yeah. All right, so as Otti is wailing against this water elemental on one side, you go around to the other side, Korgrin, and you start wailing onto the back of it, and between the both of you, you're just like splashing everywhere. Rennas is soaked at this point, as are probably you two. There's water just flying everywhere.
Very refreshing after the heat of the arena, actually. It's quite pleasant. If it wasn't coming from like a semi-living thing.
All right, so it's the fire elemental's turn, so it's going to do a wisdom saving throw.
Yes, it is. Fail.
13. So you have to re-roll the damage on that one.
Can I just check, Jack, that you are doing stuff for the Earth Elemental? Because obviously when you deleted him, he was removed from the turn order.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's after the
low roll.
fire. Right, so 10. So the spirits form onto the fire elemental. It does not enjoy that whatsoever, so it's going to move in. It's going to make. It's going to make 2. Hold on.
He's gonna burn me.
Yeah, it's very bright next to it. It's going to make 2 touch attacks against you, Korgrin.
Fair.
Fuck
No, it won't.
Hell.
Wow.
Wow.
As a reaction, I would like to
Wow.
riposte, please.
Go right ahead.
Hiya! I'll take that.
That's it. Go ahead and roll damage.
So my superiority die is a D8. Bonk.
Alright, so it takes 13 fire damage. As you strike into it, flame breathes out from the part where your weapon
Oh, fuck.
touches it. You take. Just a moment. So,
Fucking fire damage.
yeah, you'll take 5 points of fire damage. And the flame itself breathes over your
Fuck me.
weapon onto your
Gone.
greaves, and you are currently on fire. Oh wow! And your spirit guardian.
Just this is all it takes. Is just is the one. This is why Warcaster is going to be the thing that I take next level.
Yeah.
It's either that or resilient, because then I get proficiency in con saves if I were to up the con skill. So
Korgrin, you are currently on fire.
cool. I'm pretty sure that takes an action to extinguish myself.
Else. Yeah.
I mean, you could probably just jump into the water elemental.
Maybe. Maybe if I'm the one that kills the water elemental, I'll dive into it, kicking and screaming, and maybe get away with it.
Alright, so at that precise moment as well, the ground beneath you, Korgrin, erupts, and the earth animal bursts out. And he's going to make 2 slam attacks against you. Actually,
Yeah.
no, just the one. Oh, apparently earth animals just do not have multi-attack. Let me just...
Must be rogues.
So, elemental. No, they do. It just doesn't come through on Roll20 for some reason, but they do have... He does have multi-attack. I was thinking, why does he not have multi-attack? Okay, so it's 2 slam attacks against you. No. Against your shield. And you were just surrounded by these elements on all sides, Korgrin. Alright. Arrabella, it's your turn.
Wouldn't have it
Okay.
any other way.
I am going to move 20 feet this way.
Actually, before you do that, the Earth Elemental is going to return underground.
Okay.
What a shit.
5, 10, 15, 20. I think that's where I wanted to go.
Yeah.
Yep. And I'm going to do a piercing arrow through them. So it is an automatic hit.
That's right.
They got to make a DC 15 dexterity save. I'm just going to roll the attack.
I'm not rolling worth anything tonight, guys. Wow.
So they both fail, so they take the standard damage plus a d6.
Yep.
So 16 damage each.
Okay. So the magical arrow pierces through the both of them. I want you to roll. Just a moment. Part of the water splashes out from the attack and hits the earth elemental, and you can see part of it sizzles away, and it looks like it's actually taken just a little bit of extra damage from the water splashing out onto it.
Do you mean the fire elemental?
Yeah, the fire elemental. That's right. Yeah. All right. Anything else from you, Arrabella?
Yeah, I'm going to do the exact same thing again, and that will be
Right.
my 2 piercing arrows for this short rest.
I know. So another
Slash
dexterity
long
saving
rest.
throw.
Yes. Well, that's pants. That's better, so 14.
17.
They take half damage on a save.
7. So the water elemental takes full damage, and okay, so it's 8, 4, 5, 6. So the fire elemental will take half damage down to 7 points of damage, and he will take the full 14 points of damage. So both these elementals are certainly looking very weakened, like they're struggling to maintain their own form at the moment. Alright.
That's me.
Alright, so it's Bellatrix's turn. So Bellatrix is going to rush at the fire elemental. He's going to make an attack against it. Hit and a miss. So she will do 13 points of damage. And she will also take 5 points of fire damage. And she is currently on fire. And she's like, oh, God, oh. Alright, so. Rennas, it's your turn.
Okie doke. These pillars have got the chains attached to them. How tall are they?
They're hanging over the arena at the moment. So.
Oh, okay, fine. Yeah, I mean, in that case, I may as well whip out 2 daggers, I guess.
Okay.
So I've got a vicious dagger and a dagger of venom, and I will swing the dagger of venom.
I believe you already utilised a dagger of venom for today.
I've got 2.
Okay.
Because I got another one from the foxes.
Yeah.
The cunning fox.
That's good.
But I haven't activated it yet anyway. So, but I will swing for the water elemental with my dagger of venom.
Advantage.
Okay. 7. That'll be a crit then.
Alright then. Go for more damage. Sneak attack applies, and you double sneak attack.
Oh,
So it's 50
that was the amazing sneak that I rolled last time.
In the bin.
50 points of damage, and then 8, 5. So it's going to be 64 points of damage against it. How do you want to kill the? How do you want to, like, with that damage? How do you want to fucking kill the earth element? Oh, sorry, the water.
The water. So ideally, I'm going to like swipe at the water one from right to left, so that as it dies, all the water that like flows off it is going to land straight on Korgrin and put him out.
Make a make a dexterity check, Korgrin.
Okay.
To stand in the right place underneath the waterfall.
You're
Dives
not,
out
like,
the way of the
you're
water,
like, oh my god, I'm on fire, and that's when you see the water pouring down. You're like, oh shit, I should be standing underneath it.
Yeah.
Well, I tried.
As you like cut it in half, the creature just collapses in its form, and you see, and now it just becomes a puddle on the ground.
And
anything
then
else
I
for
will.
you, Rennas?
Yep, I will make an offhand attack with my vicious dagger
Okay.
at the fire elemental, which is probably not the smartest thing to do, but hey. That's only a 9 to hit, so I'm probably guessing that doesn't hit.
You swing and miss on it completely. Alright. So, Verity, you are currently 50 feet in the air.
I'm going to hold a spell for when the earth elemental pops its head up again.
Right. What spell are you holding?
I'm going to
at what
hold
level?
Disintegrate.
Jesus.
Oh, okay.
It's a dexterity
yeah,
save for it when it appears.
Alright. Okay, so that's going to bring us to potions then.
It didn't work last time, and I want it to work this time.
I'll keep my fingers crossed for you.
So I'm going to run over the puddle of water.
Yeah.
I'm just going to see. I can't go on top of it. And I'm going to stand over here, and I'm going to attack it with hard.
Okay, making a attack roll, please.
16.
16 will hit the fire elemental. Go ahead and roll damage.
Yep.
And as you strike into it, the axe sinks into the middle of the form, causing it to collapse in on itself, and then it explodes. Flames reave out in one final sort of reaction, and you take 6 points of fire damage and are caught on fire, Otti.
Wonderful, and what am I gonna do now? Can I hold my second attack?
No, unfortunately.
I kind of wasted it. Well, shit. Okay. I'm just gonna stand here like a what? I'm gonna I'm gonna stand here then because it kind of was in this sort of area
Yeah.
last time we saw
Yeah.
it. So
That's right. Yeah.
I'm gonna stand there.
Okay. Korgrin, at the top of your round, as you are on fire, it reaches out and you take another 10 points of fire damage.
Ooh. Wowzers. Just. Oh, right. Yes. Splash. Use the corpse of the water elemental to put
You stop,
myself
drop, and roll.
in the fucking puddle.
So you use your action to douse yourself, so the flames on you now die away.
Mhm.
Right. And right around here, the earth once again erupts just behind, to your right, Otti, just behind you, Arrabella, and to Bellatrix's right as well. But you waiting for this Verity, see this happen. You unleash your spell. Go make a ranged spell attack, I believe it is, or is it a Constitution saving throw?
Dex.
Con save.
Oh, I thought it
No,
was
dex
Dex.
save.
Yeah.
Sorry.
All right.
I'm sure Rock is really dexterous.
That's what I'm hoping.
2.
Here it is.
Oh boy! Oh god, how
Oh.
much damage is it? I've forgotten. Fuck. What am I doing?
It
All
is
of the
10d6
damage.
plus
10d6 plus 40. Holy fucking shit.
40.
Big dick. Big dick. Don't roll 10 ones.
It's 10d6 plus 40, that's right.
Wowzers.
So 73. Oof. So this green beam shoots down and hits the earth elemental, and you can see a good, like, nearly a quarter, maybe third section of his body just crumbles away into dust. It's taken some tremendous damage, but it's still standing.
Fuck yeah, bitches!
And it's going to bring down its slam attack against you, Otti.
Yep.
16 and 10. I can't roll shit.
I'd like to shout Sentinel for Bella, because she would get to make an opportunity attack against it.
Yeah.
Wow.
If it enters, it's.
But it also
I'll
just
have to
attacks me as an ally. Yeah.
Yeah. 25. That's a hit. She does that amount of damage again. So she does take a swing and chip off a good section of it. Still standing.
Hearty.
Alright, so as it brings its rocky fists down onto you, Otti, you just raise your shield and just able to deflect them off of them. Like bells gonging out in the distance. You're able to throw off this creature. Arrabella, you're up.
So I'm going to bonus action Hunter's Mark it, just because I don't want it disappearing again.
Okay.
And I'm going to take a step back.
It will use its reaction against you.
Disadvantage.
19.
That'll hit. Although I can use my reaction, can't I?
If you want to use your reaction. So
yeah, for some
sure
reason in my head I couldn't do a bonus action and a reaction when that is a lie.
No, yes you can.
So I'd
as
shield
it
and go up to
spins
22.
around- Lovely. So as it spins around with its rocky fist coming towards you, you just bring up your shield. Sparks fly off from the creature and from the shield. However, you blow away its arms and you're able to move backwards.
And I'm gonna squib it.
That's a hit.
That is my Hunter's Mark.
Lovely. So as you fire the last shot, you hit it square in its bronze-like eye, and you see it just sort of create these massive indentations of cracks that quickly spread throughout its body. And at that precise, after a few seconds, the body just crumples into itself. And with that, you all take a deep breath.
Elle even broke a sweat.
The trial has come to an end.
I put myself up, by the way.
No worries. So, the crowd looks genuinely impressed. Oh, whoa! They did all that. Whoa. Swarm puts up his hands and says, "Behold, the winners of the trials. You have proven yourselves worthy." "No, they have not, Swarm!" Vihan immediately spits out and looks towards Swarm, who looks at him and says, "They have not proven themselves worthy. They do not have any honor to fight in here. Fight together. They have no real challenge to face." Swarm just stays quiet as Vihan sort of stares at him. "Alone, they could do nothing. Together, they cheat. They dishonor this entire ritual." Swarm still says nothing. "If they even with their sword, if you wish them to be privy to secrets guarded to the most highest orders of our people, then they must have a real challenge." Swarm says, "So you do not accept the results of the time-honored trials?" "Not against them. They are strangers. They do not even have right to fight. You give them right, and I do not know why." "Very well." He stretches his arms downward and does a kickflip and lands into the arena.
Yep.
"Send forth your champions, and we shall show you. We shall determine just how worthy you really are."
As much as I don't want to go and fight him, but he said the right words to make me want to fight him.
How many of us can come?
"How many do you think you need?"
I'll kind of look at him, head to toe, just... That's some funky 80-year-old bullshit, and I'll just take a step forward. You're not 80.
He just raises an eyebrow.
And if you are, then I think we should be very scared.
It is Vihan who does not think we are champions. Why is it not him challenging us?
"Because I am the Grand Master. And if I declare you worthy, then all will accept it. I will see just how good you are. Come closer. I am old. Walking is an issue."
We are
Well,
all
to-
champions in a way.
Back!
Like we are at our best when we fight together. Why would we fight separately?
If you need
We've
to
gone
fight
through
together,
We've gone through all these trials together. We've gone through everything that we've gone through together. We are a unit. You've
You
done
are
your
still
training your
children.
way, we've done it ours. We know
show
each
me.
other.
Show me the results of your training.
Verity. Fly the broom over.
Blue.
Yes,
Oh,
Blue.
God damn it.
So I just chuck a Cure Wounds into myself.
Alright, Ed?
Thank you.
Okay, but letting y'all know I spent my big boy spell on that damn rock.
I really wouldn't want to disintegrate poor Patty.
Blow
Anyway,
off his fucking arm or
True.
something. Just like, well, he was the master of the two-arm style. And now, well, he's going to make a new one.
now he's armless.
Yeah, he's armless.
What arm could he do?
You could say he's more right than left. Ain't
What
that
if he was
bad.
all right now?
He's not all right. He's quite all right now.
I'd be happy to be making these fucking jokes out loud as well. Just as we're approaching this fucking
He does not
80-year-old
respond
man.
or react to them. He does not respond or react to all of them. He's just got that stoic, singular face about him. Oti, do you still have your ancestors up? Do they go away after? Or
It's
when
the
your
go
rage
after a
ends?
minute, but I'll probably
It's
rage
been a minute.
again.
It's been longer than a minute, yeah. So, takes a deep breath. Those of you who believe you are worthy, step forward. Attack.
So we're not doing this in initiative then.
No, he's literally he's staying exactly where he is. He's not making any move. He's giving you a free shot, basically.
I don't like attacking without cause.
Game plan. Can we game plan?
I
If
mean,
you want.
I can game plan taking out 2 daggers and charging at him.
Why would you do that? Why would you do that when we've got an
We are
opportunity
saying
to
this
have
all in our
tactics?
When
heads
he
instead
knocks
of
me on my
the-
ass, you can watch how he did it and try and stop him doing it to you.
No, because what we can do is Bella goes in raging,
Sorry,
then
guys.
Otti raging, then other people, so that Otti can do her. Oh, are you okay, Bella?
I feel a little bit of a sore throat. Don't worry.
I'm gonna just say we're doing this all in our heads with the telepathy thing because I don't want him
Yeah.
hearing our plans.
Yeah, that works.
Just throwing that out.
All right, I was like, I'm gonna go. So I'm gonna take some steps forward. It's about here.
What is you? If you believe you have the will to attack me, go right ahead.
I'm gonna rage.
That's suspicious.
Okay.
Again, the ancestors come out.
This time he doesn't seem to have a reaction towards it.
That's fine as
One
long
that
as
you can see at least.
as long as she's kind of watching. That's fine. And I'm gonna take HUD and I'm gonna hit him with HUD.
Make a wisdom saving throw.
That's a 6.
So as you rush to attack him, just the calm nature of his body seems to... His guard is down. Everything about him seems to be like open. You can attack him at any point, but you just lose the will to attack. You can't follow through. And your attack fails. It seems that you need a little bit more training. Perhaps you've lost the will to fight. What do you want to do, Otti?
I do not step forward. I take a shot with my bow.
Make a wisdom saving throw. And as you point the bow at him and you go to release the arrow, just as he's focusing on Otti, he's completely open and just this sensation just staring at him. You just can't seem to release the arrow. You
I
unlock
mean, a 15
it.
might be the best wisdom save I've ever made in this game. So, if that's not high enough, I'm screwed.
The attack fails.
I
Seems you also need more training, young half-elf.
I drop the
Right.
arrow.
could I insight check River and Rihan?
Go right ahead. What are you inciting them for?
If they if there's like a smugness on Vihan, like, I knew this would happen. If this is something that River has kind of seen before, not surprised,
okay.
but is there
Right.
like understanding?
I want you to make 2 separate insight checks. One for River, one for Vihan, please.
Okay.
So first one for River, second one for Vihan. Okay. So with River, it's kind of a sensation of like she knows what's up, and there's a slight smile towards her. Vahan is looking at this almost. He still looks rather pissed off, but he seems to be washed over with a sense of temperance for now. Like, he expected Suam to do this, and now that he's doing it, he's not happy about it. It's kind of like, well, I'm glad you're actually taking your responsibilities seriously for once. Sort of kind of sensation, if you could call it like that. It's like Suam's doing what he's supposed to do, and I'm happy for now, at least.
Okay. I don't know if this is like a reverse psychology kind of thing and we shouldn't attack him, or if we're just meant to power through it.
Can I try something real quick?
Yeah, go for it.
Try.
So just because I thought it would be funny, I open my mouth and I have Toby in there. Like, meh! And through Toby, I'm gonna cast Polymorph at him.
Alright, make a wisdom saving throw.
Okie dokie. Wisdom save. Ooh, it's not good. Do I want to use Tides of Chaos? I'm going to use Tides of Chaos, so I have advantage.
Give yourself advantage.
Because who in it? Ah, fuck.
And as you go to cast spell, like, it's everything about him just screams that you can just manipulate him in any way you want, just how you've done so many times before. But there's just this sense of tranquility washes over you, Verity, and the spell fails. Unless you want to target somebody else with it.
Sorry, the temptation to like send it to the asshole up there, but I won't.
Then for that case, the spell fails, but you have used the spell slot.
And
he looks over towards you, Verity, and says, "Skill seems to elude you.
I have tried it right now.
Power is nothing without control."
Nate, I don't know if you saw it like a couple rounds earlier, but I don't have control. We're gonna remember the 10 wild magic surges.
I did become a 40-year-old woman.
I did become a 40-year-old woman, disappear for a while, and just you think that's control?
You would all benefit from training here in the monastery.
Other things I'd rather
But your
disappear
trial is not over. I am standing here unarmed. You may attack me at will. Prove to me you have the will to attack.
Do we have a will on our team?
Can I go and give him a hug?
Do you want to go up and give him a hug?
Yep.
Alright, so you walk up to him.
And I'm consciously thinking I want to give him a hug.
Alright, so you go up to give him a hug, and he allows it. So he's much taller than you, especially if you got to him, you just kind of hug his leg and just goes, "This is not combat. You will not change minds by doing this."
And then I want to grapple him.
Make a wisdom saving throw.
I was really hoping that because I was literally already around him.
Cool.
It's not going to be high enough. He's like a super monk.
And as you go to attempt to grapple him, this sense of tranquility washes over you. However, you are able to plow through it, and you're able to keep up this aggression. So go ahead and make an athletics check against him, please, as you try to actually hold on to him. That's right. Oh, it's that you're grappling him, so it's an athletics check.
Yes. For some reason, I thought athletics was one of the 6 because I've lost my mind.
And however, you try to yank him away. However, he moves his leg. He steps backwards a few steps. He goes, "Impressive. See if you can do it again."
Unlikely.
I would like to do everyone's favourite spell of Beacon of Hope. And I will target everyone. But then I will also step forward as I'm doing so. Just kind of up to Otti and just go for a crack at the jaw with the warhammer.
Make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Oh my god! What are the chances of that?
Wow.
1 in
You go
400.
to attack, but you just drop your weapon to the ground as you're overcome with a sense of tranquility. As he looks down at you, Korgrin, he says, "Seems that you've all lost the will."
I was testing you.
To live, yes.
Bellatrix is going to attempt to rush at him, strike him with her glaive, and she's going to make a wisdom saving for it.
Wow, 2-1.
And she just goes, why? Why can't I?
She does get advantage,
What?
doesn't she? Because you cast
If
Beacon of Hope.
Yes.
Mm.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay,
Then,
didn't help anyway.
so-
Instead, it just takes
So
10 off her roll.
Why can't I attack you?
Abandon all
Because
hope, ye who attack me.
you lack your sense of will. Come, try harder.
I'd like to walk up to him.
Yep.
I'd like to close my eyes.
Yep.
And then just make a stab out in front of me with my dagger.
Make a wisdom saving throw. As you close your eyes,
I just can't
you
do
sort of
wisdom.
go to, and you just get overcome with a sense of tranquility, and you are not able to do it. Is this all you can do? The entire monastery is watching. Must succeed. If
Was that
you wish to
we must
learn-
succeed? Sorry.
Yeah. If you wish to learn more, and he sort of kind of whispers this a little, you have to steel yourselves and overcome the effect.
I mean, if nobody else is going to go, I'll try again.
And I'll probably go straight on the back of Korgrin as well. Try and get him.
Both of you make wisdom saving throws.
Yes. That shouldn't have been advantage, but a 29 to hit.
Okay, so Otti, you just grab at it, you go, and you nearly feel like you can do it, but you just get overcome with a splash of tranquility, and the attack fails. However, Korgrin, you still your mind, and you swing out towards him. He sees this coming, and he is going to let it happen. Go ahead and make an attack roll. Go ahead and roll damage.
Enough. This unfortunately is a divine strike because it's just the first attack of a turn. So sorry, crack.
Okay. So as you bring the warhammer into his jaw, ping! Your warhammer bounces back from this seemingly steel-like jaw, and you can see you've made a small little indentation on his chin that suggests that you have damaged him. He looks at you, he looks down at you and goes, "Well done." Now, brings his arms together.
Oh, no.
Flexes his muscles a little, and he breaks the bands around his arms off.
Yep, there it is.
We shall see results of training. Can I get initiatives from everybody, please?
Yep, there. Shit. So slow.
Swarm has got advantage on initiatives. So that'll be the 19. Is that everybody on there? Oh wait, no, Bella. No. Alright, so top of the round is going to be you, Otti. What do you do?
Did my rage end by any chance?
No, it hasn't.
Okay. I'm going to I'm going to swing with HUD.
Right. Go ahead and make an attack roll.
15.
You swing, and he just dodges quite effortlessly to the side.
Okay, I'm going to try again.
Did we establish if Bella was raging?
Bella is not raging at the moment, no.
Okay.
That is actually going to hit him.
God damn it, I was hoping it was all going to be crap. I'm pretty sure we don't have to tell you this, but it's non-lethal damage. Just
Yeah,
on the off chance we get anywhere near it.
Alright, so that is 14 points of damage against him. So as you bring the axe into him, ding, into his chest, you can see just the tiniest little trickle of blood, like, fall down. Like, against any other opponent, you're fairly certain you would have cleaved him in half. But on this particular occasion, Otti, like, even though you suspect anybody would have taken some damage, this guy, his body's basically made of steel. At the end of your turn, he is going. You're raging, so your spirits now sift around Suwon. And he looks at Eleanor, and you all feel this presence coming from Suwon. Almost an overwhelming sense of sadness. I want you all to make charisma saving throws, please.
Oh, I will. No, I don't have Indomitable. Damn. Because I'm a
do you
fucking
have
warrior.
advantage on charisma saves?
Didn't mean to
Verity?
be on advantage, sorry.
Alright. So you all fail. So you are all under the effect of the confusion spell.
Fair enough.
Okay. So it is now Suam's turn. She's going to look around at all of you. And he's going to focus on you, Otti. And he's going to make 3 unarmed strikes against you. Ooh, wow. Natural 20, natural. So, non-crit. So that's a 16. 21 plus... So that's 31 points of magical bludgeoning damage. And then he is going to spend a key point to do flurry of blows against you. So he's going to make an additional 2 unarmed strikes against you. Wow, another natural 1. So I want you to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
I need to just check something because one of my new abilities.
You have advantage for being a barbarian.
Oh yeah, that is true. I just don't trust my dice rolls tonight. There is something I can do, so don't let me know if it succeeds straight away. Dexterity. anyone? Okay, I'll leave that.
Okay, so he unleashes a supreme flurry of blows. 5 strikes. Some of them miss you, Otti, perhaps intentionally, but others do strike you square in the chest, and you feel this pressure behind them. And you've only ever seen this kind of speed once before from Edgar. I also want you to make a Constitution saving throw, please. Actually, no, don't worry about that. He doesn't have a melee weapon, so he can't do it. No worries. Okay, so that is Sir Wormstone. So, Rennas, you're under the effect of the confusion spell. I want you to roll a d10, please.
If it is confusion, it was a wisdom save.
It's a temporary solution. It's a temporary confusion. It only lasts to the end for 1 turn only as a legendary action. So, you must make your melee attack against
D3?
1 randomly selected creature. So there's 1, 2, 3 creatures. So roll a d4, re-roll a 4.
I mean, I can just roll a d3. It's roll 20.
Oh yeah, I guess. So you're going to attack. You're going to attack Suwon. So make a melee attack against him.
Sorry, ignore that -5. 27 to hit.
27. That will certainly hit him. Go ahead and roll damage. Okay.
That could have been such a nice attack. Not that I really want to hurt him, but still.
Are you activating your venom at all?
No. Nope, definitely not. Not trying to poison anyone.
So it's 18 plus 8, so that's going to be 26. So once again, the dagger sinks into almost like half an inch into his shoulder, and he just sort of notices it. With that, the confusion spell on you, Rennas, is lifted off. But at the end of your turn, he's going to take a legendary action. He's going to make do his Tiger's Claw to do one unarmed strike against you. 18.
Is that a disadvantage because of Otti's ancestral guardian things?
Yes, it would be. So, 18.
Jesus fucking Christ.
18 hits.
Alright.
You give me a
If I had my shield out, it wouldn't do.
So it's 11 magical bludgeoning damage, and... Ooh. As he sort of strikes into your wrist, into your gut, you just feel this strange sensation in your belly sort of ripple out over your body, and you feel like your entire body is vibrating.
Oh god.
Well, Rennas has no idea what that is, so do I get resistance on that again because of ancestral guardians? So down to 5.
Yes, that's right, yeah.
Sweet. I am loving Otti's rage.
Alright,
yep,
Arri,
Round chicka wow wow.
can you make a roll a d10 for me, please?
Mm-hmm.
2. So, you're just completely overwhelmed by this confusion effect that you don't know what this presence is doing to you, but you shake off the effect, but only at the end of your turn. So, Verity, can you roll a d10 for me, please? Same sensation happens to you. You're just overwhelmed by this pressure. But you do shake your head, and the effect ends on you at the end of your turn.
I'm just gonna spin slowly on my broom, like.
And the same happens to Bellatrix. She's like, "Oh, what's going on?" She shakes it off, and that's the end of her turn. At the end of Bellatrix's turn, Swarm is going to take other legendary action. He's going to make a unarmed strike against you, Korgrin.
Fair enough. Disadvantage.
22.
On the nose.
So that hits, does it?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, can you make a constitution... Wait, no, never mind.
I mean, if it deals damage, I'm gonna need to make a con save anyway. Which is halved to the 5, so that is 7, and I will con save. Gone. Beacon of Hope is gone. Not that it was of much use.
Alright. So,
That was of use to the attacking.
yeah, so, Korgrin, can you roll a d10 for me, please?
Yes. Lots of 2s on these confusions.
I know. And with that, you're able to shake off the effect, but only at the end of your turn.
Fair enough.
Otti, can you roll a d10 for me, please? You can act and move normally, so you have your whole action for you.
I'm going to hit him twice with HUD.
Go right ahead.
That's a 20.
20 is going to miss him.
I'm going to hit again.
Actually, wait. 20 is just his armor class, actually.
Okay. 4. So yeah, that's fine. So, and I'm guessing the bottom one doesn't hit.
No. So once again, you sink the axe into him, into his leg this time, only creating a small little cut into him.
And Eleanor just glares at him, just like, you know.
At the end of your turn, he's going to make an unarmed strike against you, Otti. That's a legendary action. 25 doesn't have disadvantage.
Yeah, that hits.
So it's 13 magical bludgeoning damage against you. So your rage does not halve that. So he reaches out and strikes you in the gut. And you're like lifted off of your feet from the pressure. Okay, so it is Swarm's turn. He is going to go, when you understand the nature of power, anything is possible. He looks at Rennas. Can you make a Constitution saving throw, please, Rennas?
Oh god.
And with that, he clicks his fingers.
Yep.
And this sensation washes over your body, Rennas. You immediately drop to 0 hit points. And you fall unconscious.
Wow, that wasn't very healthy. Yeah, it's my... Ah!
He is also going to spend a key point to do the dodge action as he puts himself into a position. He's ready. So, Rennas, that was non-lethal damage. You don't need to make a death save.
Okay, I retract my 6, which would have been a fail.
Arrabella, it's your turn.
To move away.
He will take the reaction against you.
Disadvantage. And I assume that makes him out of the dodge position now.
No. The dodge will last until his next turn. It still gives him. He's allowed to use a reaction to unarmed strike. Especially all attacks against him are at disadvantage because of his dodge. So 29. So 23 to attack. To hit you.
Bella will shout Sentinel.
What does Sentinel do?
Whenever someone attacks an ally within range, so if an enemy within range of you attacks an ally, you get to make a reaction. Yeah,
that's right. So she's going to use a reaction to an unarmed strike against her with her Goliath. 23 will hit Swarm.
It would be a disadvantage because of the dodge, unfortunately.
That's right. Yeah, thank you for reminding me.
Is Bella raging
17
because those people
Not yet.
near her get advantage?
She hasn't raged yet.
Damn it.
Hopefully on her turn she will.
Sorry. I keep on forgetting that what barbarians do. Anyway, she was confused now. So yeah, so she swings, but Swarm instantly dodges to the side. as he reaches out and strikes Arrabella across the back of the head as she backs away, dealing 8 magical bludgeoning damage. And at that precise moment, you feel vibrations seep out from the strike and wash over your body, Arrabella. Feel weird.
I'm still gonna try and hit him.
Okay. He dodges to the side.
Definitely a
Try
14.
again. Definitely is.
And this the second strike comes out. He just raises his hand and just bats the arrow away.
Okay, that's me.
All right, Verity, you're up.
After I've done my slow spinning from the confusion, I'm gonna look over and gonna be like, "Seriously, Rennas, again?" And I'm gonna do a cure wounds at him.
Cure wounds is a touch spell.
How far am I from them?
30.
Yeah, so I fly over on my broom and just be like, ugh.
Okay, so you fly down to Rennas' position.
Do that kind of slap on his forehead and just be like, poof.
So Rennas, you come to consciousness with...
How many, what is it? 1d8 plus my spellcasting ability modifier. So that is... Plus 4. Hold on. Sorry.
You won't need to roll magic roll for this one because this is a warlock spell. So
I'm going to use 2
sorcery points.
Sorcery points to roll that again. Fuck my life. So that's 7 hit
Oh
points.
god.
I've been doing
I
magic
feel
rolls for my sorcery for my warlock spells as well.
Pardon?
I've been doing because it's the spell slots themselves are warlock, but they class as sorcery ones. So I still do the wild magic rolls.
Oh, okay. Then go right ahead. Go ahead and roll d20 then.
I mean, it'll be fine. I've been rolling well on my d20s today for a change.
Very good. Okay. So that's Verity's turn. Unless you want to do any bonus actions.
Being killed.
I mean, I just stood there. I was fine. And he just looked at me. I can't protect against looks.
Do something.
So it is going to be Bellatrix's turn. So Bellatrix is going to rage. And she's going to use reckless attack to nullify the dodge action. So she's just going to make 1 attack roll. 29 will hit him. 16 plus 2 for rage. So that's 18 points of damage against Suam. So this time she swings, and she nicks Suam across the arm, causing this tiny little scratch, which is seeping a little bit of blood. Alright, so that's at the end of Bellatrix's turn. Suam's going to use a legendary action. He is going to do Tiger's Claw against Bellatrix. No, Bellatrix just is able to just dodge out the side. Alright. That brings us to Korgrin's turn.
Psyching myself up to take my turn. Kind of like to make eye contact with Suam and just... Do we have your word for rest after this?
If you desire rest, simply drop your weapons and lay on the ground.
I didn't say now. I said after this. And on this, I would like to cast Holy Weapon at 6th level.
Alright.
And...
So your Warhammer, imbued with the power of Moradin, glows golden.
I did say this. Action to strike him, because that is only a bonus action.
That's right.
Advantage, disadvantage, cancel each other out.
That's right.
So I will just... Don't tell me if I hit. I'll take a little look-see. Plus 10 that. 25.
Okay. Alright, so that's going to make it. That's going to turn it into a hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Which I'm going to make this spicy. So this is going to be roll 2d8 for Divine Strike, plus another 2d8, so that's 4d8. Plus I will use Maneuvering Attack. When you hit a creature with a weapon attack, you can expend 1 superiority die to maneuver one of your comrades into a more advantageous position. You add the superiority die to the attack's damage, so that's another d8, so 5d8 plus 5.
28. Okay. So, with all of your might, with the power of Moradin behind you, you swing forth and strike into Swan's body. And he slides backwards 5 feet, keeping a straight back the entire time. The radiance pulsating off of his body. And at that point, he just sort of raises up his arm and just scuffs it off a little. It's the first time you've actually seen kind of react to the damage.
I didn't say I was done. Verity, move! And I'll point at Verity to move wherever she wants to. You can use it without provoking opportunity strikes.
That's right. Well, he's already used his reaction anyway, so...
And I will action search. And I will take another swing. Hiya! So this is just normal. Yes, there's the high roll.
That's another hit. That's another hit. Roll damage.
Will just be, so it was 2d8. So this will just be 3d8 plus 5. Kind of low, but I'll take it.
Yeah. So that's another 12 points of damage against him. So he grabs the hilt just before it seeps further down into his body. Like you've done, you did hit him, but not as much as you were hoping. As he just looks at you and just goes, "A worthy effort." Throws you away from him. Is that the end of your turn, Korgrin?
That is.
The end of your turn. He's going to use another legendary action to strike against you. A2.
That is a hit.
That would be disadvantage anyway because of the ancestors.
Yes, it would.
That's right.
I do love those ancestors. They're doing us some good.
Those ancestors, are they just lost as long as you're raging?
Yeah, so the target I pick when I attack them, so it's good in combats like this.
Yeah.
Yes, I will riposte.
Okay.
Hiya! Down.
So, he strikes at you, however, Eleanor's spirit reaches down and just grabs him by the arm. It just distracts him for a moment, but then his mind is back on the combat. As he sees you swing and he steps backwards. Takes a couple of steps backwards. Very, very light on his feet even. Alright, so, Otti, it's your turn.
I'm going to attack him with HUD.
You go, girl.
It's 13. Because fuck you, dice.
He parries it away with his own arm.
23.
And you spin around, bringing HUD into his gut. That is a hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Yep. And I'm going to bonus action second wind.
Yep.
Get a little bit of health back. That is 11. What's making weird noises? Okay. And I'm.
Yep.
Sorry, sounds like something's going to explode in our kitchen. And I'm going to action surge. I'm going to follow suit of Korgrin and try and attack again with 2 attacks. 25.
That's a hit.
24, 14. And then I'm going to go again. 26.
And that's another hit.
12.
And with 2 ferocious blows, Like, he does try to parry them away, but they go past his defenses and cut him one on the shoulder, one across his midsection. And at this point, he just looks down at it and just looks back to you. He's going to do a legendary action to make his last legendary action to do an unarmed strike against you. Otti?
Yeah, that's fine. Fuck!
20.
No,
Disadvantage.
that's not fine.
No, wait, no, it's not disadvantaged.
It's not. It disadvantages everyone but Otti.
Yeah. This is the
So
opposite
that
of fine.
is 14. That's 19 points of bludgeoning damage against you, Otti.
Anton will come into play here too.
She's used her reaction.
Oh yeah,
She's
she
very
has.
next turn.
I thought she hadn't. No, she's had a turn.
No, yes, you're right. Yeah, it's been
Yeah.
her turn.
Yep, thank you very much for reminding me what she can do. So she has...
Bella doesn't often go very, very low down on
Oh, that's a
initiative.
miss, unfortunately. That's a miss, unfortunately. Okay.
Oh,
So,
wouldn't it be an advantage because of
no, because
reckless
he's
attack?
because he's dodging. So he did. He did.
Yeah.
Dodge action.
Yeah, that's fair.
Actually, it kind of reminds me. Did you do roll at disadvantage for all of your attacks?
Once Bella's raging, we all get
Yeah.
advantage because she's in melee
That's
range.
right. Yeah. So it's just a simple attack rolls from everybody. Lovely.
Back and forth, back and forth.
Until this turn, if he doesn't dodge again,
All right.
then
so
it's advantage city, bitch.
At this point, he is going to kick the ground. Reaches up with his hands, and the spear appears.
Oh no.
It seems to resonate with a force-like energy. So he is going to make 3 melee attacks against. It's going to be one against. One against Korgrin, one against Bellatrix. No, 2 against Korgrin, 1 against Bellatrix. So 2
Why
against
me?
Korgrin. Because you just damaged him.
2 disadvantage, please. Yes! Yes!
And then against Bellatrix. Her AC is 15, so that still hits her.
Unless she reactions. Nope. She used a reaction.
Yeah. So it's going to be 13 points of damage against her. And then he's going to follow up with Flurry of Blows. And he's going to bring these down. Actually, no, I'm going to have Bellatrix do a Constitution saving throw. That's a success, so nothing happens there. And now two unarmed strikes against Otti. No. So, Otti, seeing the strikes coming, you basically just bring up your shield. You can see kind of almost small fist-like imprints on the inside of your shield from where he struck it.
Can I,
Right.
from when he summoned the spear, does it look like weapon bonding?
Similar to that, yes.
Okay.
Alright, so that is the end of his turn. Rennas, it's your turn.
Rennas is going to look at him and say, "That was not nice." And then he's going to take a shield off his back and stand there quite timidly. Then he's going to reach out and stab.
Alright.
Yeah.
30 to hit.
That's going to hit him.
Thank
More
you.
damage. Just 30 points of damage against him. Right. So you swing in, give him a good cut across his against his knee area, and you actually cut some of his part of his like trousers a bit. And he's like, as each attack is made, you get the feeling that he's just focusing more and more on the fight. At the end of your
As
turn,
am I now that you've killed me.
at the end of your turn, he's going to take a legendary action. I need everybody within 30 feet of him to make a charisma saving throw. So that'll be everybody except Maybe Verity?
Oh, that
Verity.
shouldn't have been an advantage.
So everybody should
Still
make
20.
So the DC is 19.
Yay! Really?
So close.
So close.
Oh,
Alright, so everybody but Rennas is once again under the effect of the confusion.
I don't like
spell.
this one.
Alright, so Arri, it's your turn. Can you roll a d10 for me, please?
Yep.
And once again, you just what is this presence coming from him? And by the time you're able to shake it off, your turn is over. Verity, can you roll a d10, please?
So first we had
Sensation.
2s, now it's 3s.
Once again, you are just overcome with this presence from Swarm. You don't know what it is, but it just overwhelms your senses momentarily before you're able to get back to it. I forgot to roll for Bellatrix. That's a fail. So she needs to roll a d10. 7, 1 and 2, and 3 and 4.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4.
So she's going to make a melee attack against you, Korgrin.
Would I have cover from everyone around me?
No.
Well, shit. I think Bella, yep, there it is. Yeah, that's a hit.
That's 13 piercing damage, not magical.
Is the glade... okay, so I'll reduce that by 3 then, thank you.
Yeah.
On the other hand, Korgrin, take one for the team, because that means she doesn't lose rage because she still hits something.
That's right, yeah.
It's if she attacks something.
I
don't think she has to hit. But I like the mentality,
Okay.
you're just as long as it's me, is that right?
Right.
Well, I mean, I've got 7 health.
So
that would have killed
as
me.
she strikes forward with her glaive and pierces you just across your elbow, Korgrin. She comes to her senses. She's like, "Oh shit, sorry." And she coughs. Right, Korgrin, can you roll a d10 for me, please?
You bet your sweet bippy I can. 4.
You are overwhelmed with the sensation, and you do not do anything on this turn.
Cool beans.
Right, Otti, can you roll a d10 for me, please?
Well, I'll get another 10.
That is a 6.
Close.
Still the same sensations. You're just overwhelmed by this presence coming from Swan, and you do not do anything this turn.
Eleanor is still glaring at him.
At the end of his turn, he's going to make one unarmed strike against you, Otti. The last legendary action. Natural 1. No, and with that, Eleanor staring at him, he's just like he kicks outwards, but it's half-hearted at best. Right, so it is Swarm's turn. He's going to focus on you, Otti. So many natural ones from me tonight. Wow. I believe they're 2 hits.
Yeah.
So 15, 21 damage in total. And then can you make 2 Constitution saving throws, please? Success. Failure. You are stunned. Okay. Then he's going to once again come up with flurry of blows. He's going to strike against one against Korgrin and one against Bellatrix.
Mm-hmm.
At disadvantage still. So it's Bellatrix, Korgrin.
Yes, riposte.
So it's 10 magic bludgeoning damage against Bellatrix.
Kabonk.
And then she... that's a hit against him. However, I am going to have Bella do a dexterity saving throw. That is a fail. She is knocked prone.
Is a reaction considered part of your turn?
Yeah, it can be.
Yes, because you can counterspell a counterspell
Yeah.
when you cast a spell.
Yeah.
So because I haven't attacked this turn, technically this would include Divine Strike, because it's the first attack I make. First hit I make on a turn.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh. So that's 2d8 plus 2d8 plus 1d8, so 5d8. 32 smackaroo. That is
Nice.
my last.
So you
battle
strike
maneuver.
into him. As at that point, like he just actually like breathes like an actual grunt of pain from that one, and where you struck him, you can now see there's like he's taken some visible damage now. All right, so that is the end of Swarm's turn. Rennas, you're up. You have your turn.
Rennas is going to feel very bad about it as he does it, but he's going to run his finger down his blade and activate the venom.
Okay.
And then he's going to swing for him.
Oh, baby!
That's a
crit. Nice.
All right, go ahead and roll damage.
Oh shit! The fucking bed. You've killed Suam Patty.
27.
It's non-lethal poison damage. That was specified at the start by Arri.
60, 74 plus 6, 85, 86. So as you sink the dagger, this time you actually yank it into his. My apologies. You shank it into his actual arm, digging it deep in there, and you release the poison. And you get the feeling that the poison is having absolutely no effect on him whatsoever.
I thought it might not, but I thought I'd try it. But you also see my face actually look very kind of concerned that I didn't actually expect to stab him quite so
And
harshly.
at the end of your turn, he's going to use a legendary action to make one unarmed strike against you.
Yep.
20.
Just hits.
Oh.
You take 13 magical bludgeoning damage.
And I'm down.
And with that, he clocks you across the face.
Understandable.
I mean, I can't really say I didn't deserve that.
What did I just say, Rennas? God
Right.
damn it!
Arri, it's your turn. You still feel that strange vibration sensation happening over you.
I'm gonna move further away,
Okay.
and I'm gonna shoot my squib.
Right, make an attack roll. That's going to be a hit against him. Alright, so you fire. And he's going to use his reaction just to raise his hand and catch it. And he's going to make a ranged attack against you and throw that missile back at you.
Oh.
So he I'm going to consider this I'm going to use the same things as a unarmed strike.
Good to know he's a level 19 monk.
Yeah.
Wow, no, natural one. So he throws it, and it just goes square past your head into the wall behind you.
Well, is that a reaction?
That is a reaction, yeah.
I'm gonna fail at hitting him.
Well, he can spend a key point, so he can do it as many times as he has key points, which is 19 for a level 19 monk, I think.
Yeah.
He can do that.
That one is a miss. He sees the arrow coming towards him, and this time he just moves his head to the side, straight past him.
Cool. I'm gonna move closer again with my other 15.
At the end of your turn, he's going to do an unarmed strike against Otti.
Oh,
Natural 20.
there are numbers other than 1 and 20.
Oh, 10. Shit, so that's 25 points of magical bludgeoning damage against you, Otti. Right, Verity, it's your turn.
God damn it, Rennas!
I mean, I had
Oh
7
my
health.
God,
You seen how hard this guy hits? I think unconsciously. I don't know.
So for my action,
Yeah.
I'm going to wait, let me just double check something here.
Hold your sweet second. I'm just gonna check something.
I'm just gonna check something. Okay, yeah, so I am going to summon the Hand of Steve. Do 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 do.
Jump fucking hand. Oof, even.
Large
And
flat
I'm
hand.
gonna summon it behind what's his face and fuck
Uh-oh.
my life.
Jesus, shit in
Oh,
this.
roll a D100 for me, please.
This better not be bad.
I mean, as long as it's not 1 again.
The 92 was
If we
the
summon a
worst one.
Garistro, I'm quite confident this guy could take on a Garistro, so it's probably the best time to summon one.
Wild Magic Surge, 93.
I think it was 92 that it was a Garistro. I know it was in the 90s.
No, and as you cast this, Verity, your shoes rip, your clothes become very, very tight on you, as your body grows one size.
Fucking hell, you guys!
Should I just
God
kick him?
damn it! And then bonus action, I'm gonna use some of my healing things on fucking Rennas. I'm gonna use. How many do I have? Bear with me. I'm gonna use 2d6.
Ooh, one more than last time.
If this happens
Right.
again, little man, I swear to God!
Little man.
What do you want me to do? You try standing next to this guy.
So, Rennas, your eyes flit to consciousness, and you breathe, and Swarm has noticed this. So,
He goes to
Verity,
punch you again.
Verity, anything else from you?
I'm gonna be like, stop calling that one! He's died so many times, I swear.
I love this. I just love the
I'm
fact
about
that
to
he's
die
like,
again.
well,
I'm going to open my eyes and just see this fist coming towards me.
Yeah, because at the end of your turn, he is going to make an unarmed strike against you. It's going to be a 15.
That is a miss.
So you're able to just quickly roll out of the way as he cracks
I
into the
don't
ground.
want to be that
And-
person, but isn't Rennas technically prone on the floor so he'd get advantage?
Yes,
Disadvantage.
but he
Can't-
disadvantage
She's
from
at disadvantage because of OT shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just a
Never
straight up
mind me,
roll.
then I'll shut up.
I thought the same thing, don't worry. I was like, hold up.
All right.
Wait a minute.
So it is Bella's turn. Bella is going to just keep on swinging away.
Well, she'd stand up first because she was prone.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. So the second one will hit. It's for 17 damage. Alright, so that is going to be Bella's turn there. She swings into him, she cuts him across the back just momentarily. Right, Korgrin, you're up.
A smack city! It's definitely a 21.
That'll hurt.
Splendid. So, first turn, so this is 2d8 plus 2d... I just want to double check that...
You've done your reaction to do the first attack, remember?
Yeah, but reaction is on your turn, and then my turn has come back around.
Oh,
So
yeah,
it's a fresh turn, isn't it? I just wanted to check the holy weapon was 2d8, and I've not been lowballing it the entire time. It is 2d8, so this would be 4d8 plus 5. A 27 spicy boys.
Alright. So,
Still
you swing
standing.
into him once again. And you strike him square across the belly. He kind of clutches it a bit, takes a couple of steps backwards, and at this point he just smiles. And you get the feeling he's starting to enjoy it.
Just, not the reaction I was expecting. And I go again with
right.
my bonus action. War Priest
Right.
feature. And
Now that he's enjoying it,
oh, God.
he's activating another trait of his. So you're
I
going to go
don't-
attack again. Make another wisdom saving throw, please.
Ah, shit and piss. This shouldn't be an advantage, sorry, so 17.
So as you go to attack him again, just this tranquility sensation washes over you, and you just lose the will to attack him.
Actually, I don't want to hit the 80-odd-year-old man. You know, that's quite rude.
Otti, it's your turn.
I'm stunned.
You are. So that'd be the. So you basically spend at the end of your turn, your sensations come back to you.
I don't like this.
Korgrin,
tranquil-
I'm just stunning.
I'm stunned.
Shut up,
There's
I'm
not-
funny.
There's not many you can make from stun. I'm sorry. Well done.
He is going to sort of cross his arms a little bit, spinning the spear around his head. Catches it, clicks his fingers. Arrabella, can you make a Constitution saving throw, please? That is a success, so you will you won't drop to 0 HP immediately. However, you will take
Bunch of damage.
63 points of necrotic damage.
Wow.
So as the vibrations take effect, you get this searing pain just wash over your body. And he looks genuinely impressed that you're able to stand up from that, continue to stand up from that. And then as a bonus action, he is going to take the dodge action again. Alright, Rennas, you're up.
I'm just like unsteadily climbing to my feet. There's no fancy little flip this time. Just like, Jesus Christ, will you stop knocking me out? And I try and stab him.
Stop losing consciousness. Make a wisdom saving throw.
I mean, it is just that simple.
And you
will not
lose
stab
the
him.
will to attack him. You just the presence about him.
I mean, I've got to get a nat
Anything?
20 on that to have a chance. So, no, that. In fact, yes, I will. I am going to do something I never remember to do because I forget that I'm a level 1 fighter, and I'm going to take second wind.
All right.
1d10 plus 1.
Lovely. All right.
Yeah, it's better than nothing.
Arrabella, it's your
Yeah, 3 points.
turn. Hey.
Yeah.
So I'm going to second wind as a bonus action at the beginning of my turn, so it's 1d10
Yep.
plus 6, 9. Ooh, so many points.
Lovely.
Gonna pop that in. And then I am gonna charge and swing at him with my Staff of Life.
Oh, okay.
Oh, and it's no, it's normal because he's disadvantaged because he's dodging, advantage because
Well, first of all, can you make a wisdom saving throw?
Yep.
And you lose the will to attack him.
Okay.
Anything else from you, Arri?
Am I allowed
Make a
to
second
do
attack.
my second attack?
Yeah.
I'll have a
Just
go.
make another wisdom saving throw. Happens each time somebody tries to attack him.
I'm just gonna
You
give
just
up there.
cannot summon the will to actually attack him.
Okay.
Right, Verity, it's your turn.
So I imagine I'm pretty big on this broom now.
Yeah, I would say the broom is now traveling at 30 feet.
So I'm just gonna go like 2 movements over here. Oh, with my bonus action, I'm gonna have the Hand of Steve attempt to grapple him.
Okay.
I believe it's a +8 to my strength.
Natural 1.
Yeah, he's grappled. And then I don't know.
Is
So
he
the
grappled
hand-
or restrained?
He's, I believe, Big B's hand. Let's have a look. Attempt to grapple. When the hand is grappling a target, you can use the bonus action to crush him. No, he's just grappled.
But you
Just
can just
grappled at the
auto crush.
moment.
Yeah, as a
But
bonus action, you can crush him. Yeah.
But like he's gonna have disadvantage on his attacks now, right?
Yeah. Well, first of all, you need to roll a d20 just to make sure you don't get a natural one. So.
No, I think it's restrained because grapple is just movement speed to 0.
Okay.
The grasping hand. The hand attempts to grapple a huge or smaller creature within 5 feet. Use the hand to you have advantage on a check when grappling the target. You can use his bonus action to do it. Yeah, it doesn't say anything about restraining. It would say restrain if it was in there. So
Yeah.
no, he is just grappled. He cannot move anywhere.
Oh.
So crush him. You've got him in your grasp. Use
Yeah,
the
can I
opportunity
just
to squish.
crush him?
All right. So I believe there's nothing he can do about that. He's just going to bonus action to have a crush it. So yeah, so 2d6 plus your spellcasting ability modifier, which will be your charisma. So
Wait, so
2d6 plus your
2d8.
charisma.
What is it? 2?
2d6 plus your charisma.
Okay, so it's 2d6 plus 4. Ugh.
It's
Lame.
9 points of crushing damage against him. As,
Hey, it's auto damage.
As the hand grasps around him, just goes. Ugh! All right. Okay, so technically I should have made you roll a wisdom saving throw, but it's okay. No worries. All right. Bellatrix will attempt to attack him. She will make a wisdom saving throw on 2 counts. Success and failure. So 1 attack will get through. 29 will hit. 16 slashing damage against him. So she overpowers through. And now create another little cut on his arm. Alright. What Bellatrix do? So Korgrin, it's your turn.
Just to get an idea of this tranquility, is this something that's just indefinite? Is it something that can be turned off?
He can choose to turn it off if he wants to.
But otherwise, it just keeps going.
Yeah, it just keeps going.
Right. Okay. I will try then to do 2 things, but the second is going to be dependent on the success of the first. So I would like to try and make a wisdom saving throw first to see if the aggressive action actually happens.
That's right, yep.
I think it does. I think on a 24 it does.
Yep.
So I would like to then kind of feint attack him, and then right as my hammer is kind of in his face, I'd like to detonate it and take the explosion aspect of Holy Weapon and have him make a Constitution saving throw.
Alrighty then.
My DC is 16. Yes, baby!
He is going to use one of his legendary resistances.
Fuck. Shitty piss bastard fucking titties. Fair enough. Either way, he still takes 4d8 plus nothing. So 25 halved.
12.
Which is a shame. However, I will.
He covers up his face just in time and just whisks the flames away with them.
So let me see what that counts as. Is that an action or a bonus action? I don't think it specifies. As it does. As a bonus action on your turn, you can dismiss the spell and cause the weapon to emit a burst of radiance. So that is Moto Bene. I will then move away from him. I'll take the opportunity attack. That's fine.
Okay.
Hit me. Hit me. Go on, hit me.
With your rhythm stick.
At disadvantage, pretty please. Thank you. That's a miss. I don't know if Bella would Sentinel on that as well. Where do I want to go? 30 feet. I've got plenty of room.
That's another hit. Wait, no, she needs to make Wisdom save.
Wisdom save.
Yeah, no, she won't do it.
Fair enough. Then in the meantime, I will step back to, let's say, day.
Right.
Let me just 20. Yep, cool. And I will Beacon of Hope again and get everyone with Beacon of Hope.
Okay. So everybody comes under the effects of Beacon of Hope once again.
And that's my go. That is everything.
Right. So Otti, you are hurt. You are tired. Sawam, whilst taking some physical damage, just appears to only be getting more focused on the fight. And he looks at you. I want you to make an insight check, please.
I'm sure this will go fantastically.
Right. Okay, so he keeps on staring at you, and any signals he's trying to send to you is lost in the heat of the moment. However, Otti, get the sensation that this calming effect that comes over people is not currently affecting you.
Yeah, okay. I will double swing him with HUD then.
Alright, you can make 2 attack rolls, please.
16.
He dodges to the side.
23.
And that's another hit, going roll damage.
I believe in us, guys.
Alright, so as you swing up hard one more time, he catches it in between his hands, and you just push through, and he breaks through his grapple, and you actually cut him, actually cut him across his chest up to his shoulder. He steps away, raises his hand to his wounds, and just sees the blood there. And at that point, he just goes, "Very impressive. I'm happy."
I used my last spell slot for nothing. Oh, my last third.
That he drops his aggressive stance, and the crowd starts whispering amongst each other, and he calls out, "Only those who have truly mastered their power, their sense of self, could possibly hope to injure me. And as you can all see, blood. They are worthy. Let none question this. None." And he looks up towards Vihan as he says that.
I use Hand of Steve before it disappears to just flip him off, like the angry guy. Just
Vihan. Can
As you
Oh,
do
go
that,
on, you
Verity, Vihan just goes. He looks towards you, Verity, and he goes, "She shows great disrespect to the First Master. Seize her."
That's a self, bitch.
Sawam says, "Hold your tongue, Vihan. Everyone stay in your seats." He reaches out and grabs the hand and just literally crushes it, and it bursts from existence. There will be no more disrespecting of each other. We are all equals here. Blue One, you will respect my First Master. Is that understood?
First off, I'm not that little right now.
You are blue, however.
Oh, I
He
think you
did
said
say blue one,
not
not little one.
Yeah.
Look, mate, I'm only like that to people who I do respect.
You return to size.
And second hand, that was pretty awesome crushing my Hand of Steve.
It was relatively easy.
Okay, now that's just arrogant.
I am pleased with your progresses. You are true warriors. You must be tired. You
Yeah,
may
being
rest
knocked on
here.
your ass like 4 times takes that out of you.
I apologize for that.
No, you're not the first, you won't be the last.
You are certainly one who delivers quite a punch, Master Half-Elf. I thought it best to keep you down.
I will take that as a compliment then.
If you are tired, we shall have rooms made for you, where you can rest and tend to your wounds. At that point, he takes a deep breath, closes his eyes. Pretty much all the wounds on him close up. But he's still got some left, but you get a significant feeling that he's just healed a hell of a lot of hit points.
I mean, we did a hell of a lot of damage. So, yeah.
Yeah, did have 300 points of damage against him.
Yep.
I'm very happy with a crit on a sneak attack. It's always fun when
And
that
poison.
happens. Yeah, the poison didn't do anything though.
To ask
True.
what his hit points were. Just out of curiosity.
Well, you got them down to less than half.
And we did over 300.
Yeah. Probably in the region of 500.
I was going to say, like, that sounds kind of 500-ish.
I'd love to have that much at level 19.
He's not just a monk, so
True, the key, etc., and it's just based on monk level, so... He's a warlock! Watch out!
so
It's Loic in disguise.
It's Edgar, again!
Well,
he
I
takes off
think
the mask.
Edgar may
It
have
was
been
me!
I mean, he did say we haven't seen anyone as quick as that since Edgar. So, yeah, that's confirmed. He's Edgar.
Yeah, there's your clue there, right there. Hey.
I'm in his sleep.
Well, he clearly got trained here, or somehow.
So Swarm looks around at all of you, smiles. He says, "If you are not too busy, I would very much like to talk to you in my own private dojo. You may go rest first, of course. I will await you." With that, he kicks off of the ground. It actually goes up 50 feet. It's a legendary action because he could have kicked up 50 feet in the air. Lands back onto there.
I attempt to do exactly the
Everyone.
same thing.
Make an acrobatics check.
Good luck. Have a guidance. Fuck it, just have a guidance. Just see what happens.
Yeah, roll a d4.
28's
So
not
you're
bad.
I would say you're able to jump a good 25 feet in the air, which is just about half of what he jumped.
Worth a try.
Looks around.
One
at
day.
everybody.
One day.
They are under my protection. These people are now part of my dojo. They are full members of the August Monastery. And they have passed the trials of worthiness. If any seek to challenge my judgment on this matter, raise your hand. And he looks quite intently at Verharnadus. But no one in the entire crowd of about 100 or so monks raises their hand. Very well. Disperse and go back to your trainings. With that, he leaves. River follows behind him whilst giving all of you guys like the biggest thumbs up you've ever seen. Verhan just looks pissed off and then leaves on his single clogged sandals. Yeah, what would you guys like to do? You stand in the arena as the people are beginning to leave.
I want to go and find these rooms we were told about and collapse. Through my own free will this time, not from being knocked out.
Hey.
I mean, that can be
So-
arranged.
No!
So you were guys over there.
Right.
So you were. Yep.
I was wondering if I would be able to have like a private chat with Suam at some point.
If you want to try and catch up to him, but he left with Vihan and River, so probably not right now.
Oh.
I'm sure we'd happily leave when we all see him in a bit and let you chat to him if that's what you want.
Okay.
So you guys leave the arena. There are a couple of monks
I'm gonna
there.
start doing mending on my clothes as well.
Oh, and they start fixing themselves. Your shoes pop back over your feet, and they escort you across a large rope bridge, the one that you came from, back into the larger temple here. Heading deeper inside, eventually you find yourselves in a wing, quite basic and traditional, but fully functions. There's their own like lavatory, washrooms, and you all have your own individual rooms. There are no beds. You just have those like sleeping mattresses on the ground, as well as your own sort of mini tables where you have a teapot and kettle, or in every single one of your rooms, as well as a few books. That's basically just describes the beginning scriptures of monk training, really, like form, technique, how to harness one's key, sort of thing.
I don't trust the tea anymore.
No, I was going to say the exact same thing.
Okay. Is there anything you guys would like to do?
Bah. This place
What's
has
that?
got to have. This place has got to have like a Japanese hot bath, you know.
It does, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going there.
It's basic at best. It's steamy, and the right amount of mist just seems to cover your naughty areas somehow. But no, it's pleasant enough. You're able to wash off and freshen up.
I'm just
Is
sleeping
Arri in
from
the
the
hot spring at
second
the
I went.
moment? Or is
Sorry,
Otti
what did you
in
say,
there?
Verity?
Is Otti in the hot spring as well?
I don't know. Is she?
No, not for now. I'm just kind of just sitting in the corner. Have the cat
Nice.
out.
I will check on Bella.
You go to check on Bella, and you walk inside her designated room, and you find her breathing quite heavily on her bed/mattress. She's got a very red face about her. She looks sick.
Oh, Yep. Not feeling too
Corgi.
great.
No, Corgi, sorry, I'm feeling a bit under the weather at the moment.
Is there anything I can do to make you more comfortable, maybe?
You got anything that take away a headache?
I can certainly check. Let me see. No, at the very least, I could just cure wounds. I don't have anything kind of restorative prepared today, unfortunately. So, no, sorry. I can give you some healing, but I don't think this is a physical ailment. It's more of a sickness.
I feel sick, but I'll get over it. Don't worry.
Can I just medicine check just on a whim?
Yeah, go ahead.
She ill.
Yeah, I mean, she's certainly got the sniffles and apparently a sore throat. She's burning up a little, but very clearly sick. But beyond that, you can't tell what kind of sickness it is.
I'll bring you some water, maybe some tea, but I'll get Otti for you as well. I'll be back in a jiffy.
Oh no, Kogi, you don't have to do that. That's too much. Too much.
Doctor's orders, and I just leave them. And I'll do that for her.
Yep.
I'll let Otti know as well.
Okay, so Otti, Korgrin has told you that Bella's feeling a little bit under the weather at the moment.
I buff the cat back out of existence because the cat doesn't like Bella and go and sit in Bella's room.
Just this disappearing fucking Ree from the cat.
As you walk in, there, Otti, like Bella is there. She's breathing heavily with a bit of a red face. And she goes, "Oh, sorry, I'm all right. I'll be fine. Don't worry."
It's fine. I just kind of sit next to her and like put her head in my lap and just like stroke her face till she goes to sleep.
Just stroke her face.
She does take about half an hour to fall asleep, but eventually she will.
Well, that's where I am for the rest of the night now.
Okay. So, unless there's anything else you guys would like to do, you'll spend the rest of the day and the evening resting in your rooms. So you would have had your long rests now.
Phew, feel much better.
Otti, when you come to consciousness, Bellatrix is struggling to breathe. She looks a little purple in the face.
I immediately go and grab Korgrin because he's kind of sensible.
Okay.
And
so Korgrin, you wake up in your room, you do your morning activities, and then there's not really any knocking at the door. Like, you can clearly tell somebody's there because there's like a shadow imprint on like the thin paper/wood like doors that slides sideways, so you can clearly tell Otti's frame is at the door.
I get the feeling Otti wouldn't be waiting. She would just,
yeah,
Korgrin.
I am very much run down the corridor to find his door, skidded past his door at least once, and kind of like pulled the door open. Like, yeah, need you, help me, please.
Right, 4.
Bella.
Right, okay. I will chivvy on over. Is this something that a lesser restoration could resolve, or greater?
You don't know.
Okay, I will.
Do you want to do a medicine? Do you want to do another medicine check for a new day to determine?
Yeah, that would be nice. Just could you? Could you just help me check? Just, Otti, you've been with her the longest. Do you mind if could you just lend me a hand?
Yeah, I'll help wherever I can, rolling her over if I need to check her chest or whatever.
Okay. Well, one of you can make a medicine check at advantage, or both of you can make your own medicine checks.
Can I guidance myself and make with advantage? I'm happy to just take the advantage. That's fine. Okay. 24. 23.
She is sick, not with a disease, but some kind of virus. It's looking her over. It's really attacking her big time. You don't know if lesser will be enough, but whatever this is, it's actually it's wrecking her basically.
That is fine. I will greater restoration then.
Okay. So this golden energy pulsates from your hands, your fingertips over her body, and you get the feeling that her breathing has become a little bit more normal, but that sensation of that her looking like she's sick is still there.
No.
I think this. I think maybe we should get everyone together.
Off you go then.
Fair enough. Meet me outside in like 2 minutes. I will go and just gather everyone where everyone is. If they're just in their rooms, if they're elsewhere, I'll just look for them and find them. So,
I've been floating around on my broom eating breakfast.
So Korgrin goes to gather everybody.
Hate to be breaking the news, but I think our dear Bella is rather under the weather. I think she's quite sick. I don't know where this has really come from, but I hate to speak for her right now, but she's not really in any fit state to travel, let alone fight. I think she might need to rest up for a wee bit.
I mean, should we see if there's anything that the monks can do? If there's anything they can do to make her feel better? Because they got to do something better than this. Because she sounds like shit.
She does, and she was breathing rather heavy and laboured before a 5th level spell eased her ailments. So she might need a bit of care for a bit.
Okay.
Am I able to make the connection whether this was the poison I accidentally gave her or not?
Make a medicine check.
I mean, if you voice that, Korgrin can answer it for you, but I feel like this would be an internal Verity.
I'm just like thinking about it because like when you said it, like obviously I dropped my bowl of Kellogg's and I go there.
I know.
On your own, Verity, you're not able to. You can't determine if the connection came from you or not.
I'm just thinking, like, do I remember? Like, am I aware with my wild magic surges that I poisoned her?
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, obviously I'm jumping to that conclusion.
I'll go see if I can find River or something and bring them here. Maybe they can help and do something that we can't, and I will.
Well, that's
find River.
What I was going to say is that if we're going to be speaking to Suam, might this just be 2 birds, 1 stone? And we just bring this up when we see him. I can't imagine we're going to be lingering around for very long now that we've rested.
We don't know when we're seeing him. If she's not well, I'm not taking the time to do this. I'm not taking the time to sit and wait around.
No, he said as soon as we've rested, come and see him. So this is
see if they can help her.
This is if we're ready to speak to Suam, if we want to bring this up, we can go now.
I'm just being okay.
Oh, sorry.
No, it makes sense. I'm panicked. She's not well. I'm fretting. I'm just like, don't want to leave her. So, come on, take me away.
Let me just say, I did use a greater restoration. So if this was something if this was some kind of sickness that she had, if this was, more natural, kind of lower down, if this was blindness, deafness, if this was some kind of magic effect, it would have gone. Poison is in there as well. This might just be something that's either above me or is just not within the realm of magic to cure, and it's just on her to fix herself. So, just letting everyone know, okay? Just kind of look around everyone's faces just to try and get some reassurance from everyone.
Let's just go.
Yeah, I mean, that guy's well beyond us. Let's see what they can do.
Okay.
All right.
So, you guys go to leave your particular wing. As you move out into sort of the main area, there are a couple of monks out there that are currently just taking in the morning rose and breathing in air. And as soon as you walk out, they turn around and says, "Oh, you're awake. I'm good. I'm glad. Suam has sent us to escort you to him. There's one missing. Where's your larger friend?
I just like stand there. I'm just like, she's really sick.
Oh. Venice, why don't you go grab a healer, see what we can do? And the other one just goes, yeah, oh yeah, sure. And moving at a speed only available to monks, he's down the corridor, around the corner and outside.
Just thank you. She's quite a hearty one. It isn't good if she's not feeling great.
Well, we wouldn't want you to Sual under such dire circumstances. Shall we wait for the healer and make sure your companion will be okay before we go anywhere?
Thank you.
That would be ideal, I think. Aye.
A few minutes pass, and one of the masters returns. You've not met this one yet, but this one is, they've got kind of like auburn skin with kind of curly blonde hair. This one's clearly an elf, like a pure elf, like clean shaven skin, and he is, he's moving with purpose alongside the person who went to go get him, and he's come up. They're moving their way towards you, and he sort of like pushes in front of him and goes, "I'm under the impression that there is a sick person here. May I have a look at them?"
Just gesture at Bella.
Yeah, just come in and
So they
show
enter
them
into
to
your
them.
wing.
Please, whatever you can
have
do.
Well, you enter them into the ring and you show her to your room, which takes her about a minute or so. He moves in and sort of just puts his hands over her and sort of starts examining her and her heavy breathing. She opens up her eyes and looks into her eyelids a little. Puts his ear down to her chest and just sort of listens a little. He steps up and he goes, "Someone affected her with magic."
I used a greater restoration.
I burst into tears.
"I think you just saved her life, Sir Dwarf."
Oh. Right.
This is a virus or an illness that is well known to us, but it's still quite rare. Has she come into contact with any beasts in the jungle recently?
They got
Ah,
stolen by some
yes.
apes.
Gorillas!
Mm-hmm.
Yes, they are quite the. That is common. This is known as the strangling embrace to our people. It gestates within for a little time, and then it comes on rather suddenly. And I have seen very, very strong and powerful and healthy men crumble and fall beneath its effect. It's good that you applied that magic when you did, Sir Dwarf, because even one as large as her would not likely have survived this.
Oh. Just kind of that's just Korgrin's reaction. Just
We will look after her. She's not safe to be moved, and if it please you, I would recommend that you all scrub up. This sort of thing can be infectious.
This
Who
does not-
bathed in the rest?
I think that was
Oh.
just me.
Yeah. Yeah.
What were you gonna
Well,
say?
if you're not displaying any symptoms yet, I'm sure it will be fine. But just to be certain, I would recommend that you all clean yourselves out thoroughly.
I mean, it's bad enough that Bella might die, and now I might die because I keep hugging her.
You definitely need a trip to the bath.
Yes, I would recommend that you not hug her for a little while. This is unfortunate. We can apply medicines and we can make her comfortable. But unfortunately, this is something that her body will have to fight on its own.
Is she through the worst of it? Like, with that,
Well,
it's just a
yes,
waiting
with
game
that
now?
magic that you have applied, it seems that you have killed the worst of the virus, but unfortunately, it's spread into her system. It would have started by shutting her lungs down and then moved on to her other organs one by one. You've halted that progress, but her lungs are extremely weakened from this, so she will need to recover. It could
Right.
take days, it could take weeks, maybe it could even take months, I don't know. But I think it might be best if you are trusted by Suwampati and you are under his protection. So long as he declares it so, she has a place here. We will heal her to our best of our abilities.
I'll
It is good to hear.
look to the
But
group then. Go on. After you, mate.
yeah, nothing really. Sorry, I'll just shush.
Fair. I'll look to the rest of the group then and just... She's out the worst of it. Shall we all scrub up and then speak to Suam and give her a chance to rest, let the healer do his work?
That sounds
We're
like
just
an idea.
we're just going to be sucking air from from an already deprived lung, it would seem. So I think she might just need a wee bit of time. We'll come back. We'll come back. I mainly say that to Otti.
It's
Well,
very
I can tell
rare
her
that
you'll... Sorry, you go.
it's very rare that you've probably ever seen Otti this depressed, just like face down, just like crying.
Sorry.
Yeah?
Can I just ask the elf if she's able to, if Bella would be able to write her name in my book?
I don't think she's
Oh god,
conscious
now I
at the
can't hear anyone.
moment.
Fuck!
Can
Pardon?
you hear us now? Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
They say, I don't think she's conscious enough to write at the moment. Sorry.
Just wanted to get it done so she could find us in the future, because I can keep in contact with her if I do this after a while.
Do you not have a home to return to?
I guess we do. Never mind.
Well,
yeah, ish.
if your missions and adventures take you elsewhere to this place, if she recovers, I'm sure we can send her home and then you can find her there.
Okay.
Unless she wishes to stay, in which case you can find her here.
Fair
That's-
enough.
Anyways,
Korgrin can spy on her every day.
I will. I promise you, Master Dwarf, Master Half-Elf, and Madams Halflings, and I'm sorry, can't tell if you're a Halfling or a human. I sort of address this towards you, Verity, and towards yourself, Madam Half-Orc. I can tell she's very, very important to you. I promise that I will do everything in my power to ensure that she will be okay.
I mean, I'm still kind of sniffly because, like, you know, for a half, like, until it was confirmed it was from the gorillas, I really thought, Verity really thought it was her own fault. And she's just like,
yeah. They address the other monks in the room and basically tells them to take you to the larger baths to be properly scrubbed up. So it takes you the better part of like an hour or so in the morning for you guys to like clean yourselves to make sure that you are completely free of any potential illnesses. And when you are done so, the monks will then happily escort you to Sawan Pati's place, unless you wish to do anything else or go anywhere else. Or what would you like to do, basically?
I think Suam is good.
Yeah, I
Yeah, I think go in there.
just want to make a point that I've put on the nice outfit that we wore in the capital. I've got that nice. I'm
All
looking
right.
decent. I'm not looking trashy. I'm looking
Yeah.
nice. Hair looks a bit crappy because Bella hasn't done it, but
Okay. So you begin making the path, or taking the path towards Sawan Pati's place. What he wants with you, and why he seemed to have been holding back or even helping you in the trials, something you'll have to ask him yourself when you get there. But we'll call that a session, guys, and we'll find out what he wants next week.